Hello and welcome to the Dr. Greg Show for September 20th, 2025. Welcome, welcome. Guys, we are officially a podcast now, so you can watch your favorite science podcast, the best science show in the world, let's be honest. I don't think that there's anyone else in the world that's doing what we're doing. The best science show in the world is on your podcast app. So now you can go to YouTube Music. We're a podcast now. How cool is that? We made it. So that's that. That's why the opening has changed. Isn't that cool? All right, guys. Yeah. So you can listen. You can listen along if you want. Yeah. Hi, Kathleen. How's it going? Yeah. I always had the show on YouTube, and I can just kind of make it a podcast now. You can actually watch video podcasts and stuff through YouTube now. So it's done. It's easy. It was an easy change to make. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I got some cool plans for today. I'll be honest with you. I'm really excited about today's show. Hi, Melanie. How's it going? Oh, thank you, plants. I appreciate you. I appreciate plants, dude. Plants, plants are very cool. Plants in the name of love for sure. We got some really, really cool ideas. We're going to be learning about all the pandemics, the historical pandemics that have plagued us as a human. Plagued. Thank you. Stop. Okay. That's it, guys. That's the show. All right. I'll see you. It's over. All right. Okay. Tip your waitress. Okay. All right. Settle down. Thank you, Melanie. Yeah, I want to learn about the different pandemics that have happened. What are the biggest ones that we've had to deal with? And I want to know I just want to know what kind of viruses and stuff they were. I want to see what they were, how they happened, when they were. That kind of stuff. So thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you, Chupacabra, Melanie. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Thank you, Chelsea. Hey, Chupacabra. So, had a good day. Hi, Kate. Welcome in. You had a good beach day with the kids, with the family. It was really fun. It was a cold beach day. Cold and wet and sandy isn't normally the best combinations, but the kids love it. Boogie boarding, body surfing, they're all getting into it. It's been really cool. And it was in Oceanside, they had this like a girls festival. So they had like professional women surfing. They had women doing half pipe stuff with skates and rollerblades. Oh, cool, Melanie. Nice. Yeah. They called it like the Power Girl Festival. I was like, yeah. And then we sang Huntrix there and back, which, I mean, it goes hand in hand, guys. If you don't know what Huntrix is, you are deeply not in the know. All right. I'm all in the know with the kids, with the hip songs of the day. You know, what's going on. K-pop Demon Hunter, or as my 3-year-old calls it, Cake Pop Demon Hunters. And that's what we call it as a family, obviously, Cake Pop Demon Hunters. And it's been really fun. It is diabetes, actually. Thank you, Dimitri. That's true. Hope your day was good. Got some cool stuff planned tomorrow. We're actually, the whole fam's going to go to Disneyland together. So that's going to be wild. I'm really worried. we're definitely gonna get COVID, I think. But yeah. So oh well. It's gonna happen, guys. I know Space Mountain's awesome. I like spacing. Vanessa, I don't understand. No, we were going to Disneyland. Yeah. There is a SARS-CoV-2 spike going on. Yeah, so it's going around. For the Kimmel thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, guys. I mean, this is in the works, man. This is like, there's not. I don't know how to tell you that, but like with 4 kids, you let the cat out of the bag with Disneyland. You can't go back. Thanks. Welcome in, Cognitus, not Cognitius. Thank you. What's up, Michael? Yeah, Chupacabra, exactly. I don't know. I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. That actually is. Okay, cool. All right. Are you? Okay. Ducray, what's up? All right, guys. Well, yeah. You actually might foment a revolution if you ban children from going to Disneyland. Just letting you know. I know. All right. Well, guys. Okay. Oh, dude, Knott's Berry Farm is my favorite for sure. I mean, I grew up in Southern California, so I didn't like going to Disneyland for the longest time until I had kids. And then it's like, oh, like the magic's back. You go to Disneyland with kids again, and you're like, oh, really is cool. The Star Wars area is genuinely unbelievable, guys. It's like you feel like you're actually on a movie set. It's so well done. And then they have Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker. I don't even want to tell you anything about it. It is like the best ride experience I've ever had in my life. Cedar Tree, what's up, dude? Welcome in. So it's unbelievable, guys. I don't even want to tell you what happens or what it is, because it's just like it's incredible. Oh yeah, it is. It can be. It's half virtual, so I can see why you'd say that. If you don't like Space Wars or something, what was the Star Tours? Is that what the old one was? You got sick on that one, get sick on this one too. But it feels so crazy. It's wild, man. You do a really good job. Anyway, today in our journey to learn, our learning journey, our learning. Okay, yeah, vomit. Yeah, that's not gonna be. You're not. This isn't gonna be your thing. Sorry, bro. Yeah, Star Tours. Star Tours is so. I can see why you'd say that though, because like it, yeah. They always do. HC. They always do. I don't know. That was a while. If you guys didn't see the show last night, we had back to back. Rapture, how's it going? Welcome in. We just had back to back ones, and you're just like, damn, that was gnarly. Cool, salty dogs. Nice, dude. Hey, will always talk to people in good faith that are asking questions. You know what I mean? And I just feel like sometimes people use this opportunity that they have to like this live as like their opportunity to practice apologetics. And it's kind of frustrating to me because I'm like, I feel like it's a unique opportunity for them. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound conceited, or you know what I mean? I want this to come off like well, but like how many times have they actually talked to like a microbiologist since the pandemic, and they just go through their same old talking points over and over and over again, and they want to try to see if they can like, see if it still works. And I'm like, what? Don't you have any type of like questions that are outside of this like list of straw man arguments that you've like concocted, and I think that's the problem, is that a lot of people don't, that's how they think about the world, and that's how they think about these issues, is that's there is nothing there. Yeah, rapture. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is that they rely on this whole thing of I'm like a paid pharma shill or something like that. That's what they always fall back on. And I'm like, dude, like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you? I'm getting paid like $5 an hour, guys. I do a nightly show, five, 5 hours a night, 4 to 5 hours a night, guys. You know, I'm like, and I'm getting paid maybe it's like $100 a week if I'm lucky. I mean, it's amazing that I'm getting paid at all. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, you know, like, come on, like, come on, man. You don't think that like pharma would be doing better than that? But it's okay, guys. It's okay. I don't know. Yeah, I do. Cray. What happened to the? Where's that? Where is that? Did you hear Trump has a big announcement on autism on Monday? No, I don't. I didn't hear that. That's cool. I would love to be Ducray. I'm open. What I'm saying is that I'm open and they can apply. You know what I mean? I'm ready. Whatever NDA they want me to sign, I'm down. Dude, someone tagged someone into. I was talking about the ivermectin thing. How there's no proof that ivermectin has any impact on COVID. That's what the studies, systematic studies show. And someone tagged someone, and I was like, okay. So they're like alerting their friend, like, hey, get in on this one. And I go to that guy that was tagged. Guys, every single pin on this guy's profile, ivermectin boxes that he custom makes and sends to people. And in his profile, his little thing, over 100 publications. Buy your own buy ivermectin box from me, and then it's a link, and you click that link, and it's a WhatsApp message. No, I don't. It's a WhatsApp message to right directly to him, so you can buy your ivermectin boxes for him, and he has in his name program, so he's probably like selling ivermectin, one, and then two, giving people a program to like take this stuff. I know, Carolyn, exactly. I'm like, how is that? What? And I'm thinking this is so insane to me that one, like, of course, this guy's going to be pro ivermectin. You know what I mean? Like, oh, duh, you know. Two, every single post is about this guy, and then three, it dawns on me, oh my god, this is what the anti-vaxxers think. When I look like when they look at our vaccine parties and our vaccine board, they're thinking it's as bad as this. I'm like I was having like a third person moment, you know, where I'm looking in on myself going, "Oh, wow, what in the no way. Do they think this is what it's like? No way." So, I don't know, guys. I was like blown away. I don't know how to get around the fact that these guys really think that that's what I'm doing. I mean, how many of those people think I am getting a push, a um, they give me that I'm getting kickbacks from Pfizer or whatever it is, you know, from that. I just, it's crazy to me. I don't, like, obviously not, but that's not how how doctors are getting paid on any of that. Okay, Honolulu. All right. Thoughts on getting the updated COVID vaccine this fall? I would get it. I would maybe if you're in a blue state, maybe you would wait, but I would not if you're in a red state because it's going to be yanked and you're going to have to pay full price for it. So yeah, I don't know how to convince someone that I'm not like a pharma shill, but that's what's so weird. But like legitimately for vaccine, like um for science communication, or if um I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird, guys. Yeah. I When will be the new COVID vaccine? I thought it was in October. I thought it was like October. it is available. So you could, yeah, you could wait if you're in a blue state. Like Dixie Rex. I don't know what you're talking about, Duke Nukem. So nice. It is Sarah. Oh, really? The updated is already available. Let's see. When is the updated COVID vaccine out? Oh, cool. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to brag that you're selfish in here, bro. It's okay. Arel, let's go. Okay, Lori, you're selfish. We get it. You don't have to. You don't have to brag. We get it. Okay. All right, Arel. Arel just got the flu shot. Let's go. 3. That means that we open up the sign, ladies and gentlemen. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Yes, it can, Caroline. It can. 250 vaccines that our community has gotten, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible. Incredible. That means that we're at 251. Arel, guys, incredible person getting vaccinated. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Incredible. Good job, Arel. I don't know, STLA. I don't know why they want preventable. I don't know. Even the Republican senators are like, you want to make America healthy again by spreading diseases? Like, how does that work? HC, are you serious? No way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 HC Cali? Let's go. Are you serious? Dude, HC Cali, man, let's get some soup to HC Cali. Can we get a DoorDash going? Thank you so much. Nice, dude. Good job. Dude, HC Cali, get some soup. Hang out, chill. Dude, you are, amazing. Good job, guys. Can you tell me what you do, who you are and who you help? I'm a scientist and a microbiology PhD. And I basically just answer questions. People come on and they have questions about whatever they want to talk about. So a lot of it is, because of, the biggest microbiology event of people's lives is the pandemic. So we still kind of talk a lot about that, or news about science, or politics, and everything in between. So I definitely think that science is and has been and always will be political, and we have to fight for science. And yeah, I advocate for the scientific method, and we try to debunk conspiracies through science and all that kind of stuff. GLP-1 agonist, I'd probably say it's probably one of the biggest quality of life improvements for 60% of people in the country. So I think it's a huge benefit.
Oh, hello.
Hola, how's it going?
Hey.
Nice to meet you. I'm Greg.
Well, I'm Jordan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's very funny for me to come on here.
Oh, cool. Well,
But I saw you and I'm like, well, who are you? What do you do? But
mm-hmm.
who do you help? Like that's very generic. But
Okay. Yeah.
hi.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, he's a microbiologist and he tries to combat conspiracies. I love it.
yeah, I've been doing molecular biology at the bench and stuff for 16 years. I've worked at like
Wow.
biotechnology companies, genetically modifying plants to help them um, use less pesticides, or genetically modify algae so that they can be used as a biofuel or kill cancers and do that kind of stuff. And then I got my PhD in microbiology, last
Wow.
7 years doing like nanotechnology research with microbes and algae. That was fun. And
Where are
yeah,
you at now? Where do you
San
live?
Diego.
Okay, I was gonna guess California. I don't
Mm,
know why.
yeah.
I lived in California, but okay, GLP-1. So I have been on GLP-1 since January, and
Okay.
I'm down 60 pounds.
Nice. Congratulations.
I
That's
know.
incredible.
Thank you. Thank you. I was very against it, to be
Mhm.
honest with you. But I was like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. And so it's very interesting to hear like your take on that.
Yeah. I think that
Yes.
you should be weightlifting, not just like
Oh,
flexing and stuff. Be weightlifting because you want progressive overload. So you want to keep your muscle mass while you cut, and
heavy
then
lift, right?
yeah, exactly. And
Yep.
the
Hmm.
progressive overload specifically is every time that you work out that muscle group again, you're adding more reps or more sets or more weight, and you're adding just you're working it out a little bit more, and then
Yeah.
eat your body weight in grams of protein a day. So I'm like 185, so I try to aim for like 200 in protein every day, and that's like my number one thing. So I always try to get that.
So what does like your breakfast, lunch, and dinner look like?
So it starts with like a Fairlife protein shake, which is like 30 grams of protein.
I do that too. High five.
Nice,
Yes.
nice, dude. It's so good. It's incredible. They're so good.
And I see these things, it's like Fairlife is bad, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Hmm.
do you know all the other things? I could have like three cinnamon rolls
Yeah. Oh, no, it's
and a
very incredible.
Starbucks like pumpkin spice latte with 50 grams of sugar, like that's not bad.
Yeah, and
That's bad.
I got um I got 30 grams there, and then I'll after like jujitsu or working out, I'll have like a protein bar, and then that'll be like 20 grams. And then so basically your food protein boluses need to be in 30 to 40 gram amounts. So
Per
it
meal.
yeah. If you just eat
Yep.
all of your protein at once, you're just gonna like poop it out, and you're not gonna assimilate the protein. So the idea is to
Or
try
you
to
just can't poop.
yeah, constipation. Yeah, exactly. So you need to eat a lot of fiber if you're eating high protein.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that I'll have like a shake, protein shake, and then that's where I can put like psyllium husks or something like that in there, so I can try to with fiber, or anything else. Snack on carrots, anything that has like a bunch of fiber that you can that's good for you, and
Flaxseed? You ever add like
yeah, sure.
flaxseed to your protein shakes?
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
I don't, but you could. Yeah, definitely. And
Oh,
then basically between like my protein shakes and my protein bars and stuff, I'm getting like 100 grams of protein throughout the day.
yeah.
And then that means that like lunch and my dinner, I just have like 50 grams each, and that's kind of it.
Awesome.
Can you have too much protein? Do you eat carbs? So y- studies out now kind of actually show that you could even the 1 gram per pound of body weight is kind of low. You can actually go all the way up to like 1.5. So the nice thing about having protein in your diet is that it satiates you, it makes you feel full, and then if you eat fiber with that, then you really won't like want to eat. Like with the GLP-1s, you already kind of like don't feel like you need to eat, so you need to make sure you're focusing on the protein. So it's nice to get
Exactly.
that extra fiber in. So you can that's why like psyllium husks and stuff are good because you can just have that in a pill form and you can just drink them down.
Is
Um,
that what you do? Like just
mhm.
like a supplement?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then eat carbs. I honestly, you want to eat carbs, but I don't purposely eat carbs. They just come. You eat carbs. I focus only on protein. That's it. I know that's the only thing that I count because if I micro manage everything else, it's too much for me. Can you? That's not a shake or a bar. So um, like quinoa, Brussels sprouts, and so that'll be
Chicken breast.
protein. And yeah, exactly. So, um, like we'll have like beans sometimes, lentils, or you'll have like yeah, meat, anything like that.
Something that I eat a lot is like eggs and cottage cheese.
Yeah, eggs are
Like it
incredibly
sounds
good.
gross, but like you have eggs, like two eggs and cottage cheese, and then like some
Hmm.
strawberries,
Yep.
and it's like awesome. And then you have a protein shake, like as a snack,
Hmm.
and then you have, 60, 75 grams of protein before lunch.
I totally agree. Yeah. How many days a week do you want to work out? So the research shows that 2 days a week, full body, gets you about like 70% of the way there. So if you do 2 days a week, 2 hours a week, full body workouts, one day and then like 2 days and then another day with another hour. we're talking like 70% of the way there. If you really want to, they're just in pill form, squash. Um, if you want to get more than that, then you can add more, 3 to 4, days. But really, guys, it's just about consistency. It's just about consistency and doing it. And then I'll work out like three days a week maybe, and then I'll do jujitsu like another 3 or 4 days. So then that's like my cardio and a little bit of strength training or whatever in there. But it's not progressive overload, but you still get like really tired. How about in one day? Is 2 workouts too much? Yeah, you want to give the muscle group a chance to actually restore its function so it can like heal, and then you drain it again. So that's why you do full body workouts twice a week. That's the idea. Salem Hus is
Like
not
body
like
weight.
Metamucil. Sorry, yeah. No, not body weight, but like full body. So chest, legs, arms, make sure
So
you're hitting all that kind of
what if
stuff.
you don't have, I'm gonna play a devil's advocate here,
Hmm.
right? Because I get this a lot on my page.
Hmm.
Oh, well, I don't like I can't go to a gym. I don't want
Hmm.
to go to a gym. So what do I do to get that workout like 3 days a week?
Yeah, so calisthenics is good. It's just harder. So calisthenics requires you to have some knowledge of the movement, and it's going to take you longer to work out in order to drain that muscle. So um, we're talking about GLP-1s right now, Free Gaza. So we're talking about how we can actually supplement GLP-1 agonists with this to get the best.
I am
Um,
down 60 pounds since
yeah,
January,
it's
but
amazing.
here's the thing, like I did IVF. I was on hormones and all these things like for a long time. And I have not been this size since maybe high school,
Oh wow.
but I've also worked very hard, you know? I mean, I have a lot of inflammation in my body, or I had, but I've also like been eating better, making better decisions, like making sure I walk every day, so it's not like you take the shot and you're
Uh-huh.
just like, okay, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
whatever I want to do. Like you
Are you
have to make
mom?
a
Are you a
decision
mom?
to change your life.
You
Yes,
just
I'm a mom.
yay. Yay.
I
I'm so
am okay.
excited. Yay,
Okay, so
congratulations.
here's my story in like 20 seconds,
Okay,
okay?
cool.
I Me and my husband did IVF for, well, mostly me. He just had to like jizz in a cup. Sorry, like let's just be real, right?
Yeah.
So we did IVF, we did 4 retrievals where they had to go in and get the eggs, get them
Mhm.
out, whatever, and then 7 transfers.
Oh
And I
wow.
had 4 miscarriages.
Oh my gosh.
Um, And then finally, I got pregnant with my little baby boy, and I had him
Yay.
at 20. I got preeclampsia,
Oh
so high
no.
blood pressure and I had him at 26 weeks.
Oh my
So he was 1
gosh.
pound, 11 ounces. I'm
Oh
trying to
man.
say this like fast.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Cedar.
Oh, I'm so
So
happy
he was
for
1
you.
pound, 11 ounces. Like he was like teeny tiny, and he's 4 now,
Aw.
and like amazing. And so I stopped breastfeeding him at, gosh, how old was he? I don't even know how old he was, but he was like probably a year and a half, which is hard. Breastfeeding is freaking hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's like a full-time job.
It is, yeah.
Um, but then I stopped and then I got pregnant like 4 months after that, naturally.
Oh wow. No way. Congratulations.
Yes,
Aw.
but he was
Yay.
born with a rare birth defect. Hold
Okay.
on, it gets crazy.
Okay.
Where his esophagus like didn't like it like went like this, it like pooled. He was like choking, it didn't go through, it like
Okay.
went to his lungs, blah blah blah. So he is
Ah.
2 and he has had 10 surgeries,
Oh wow.
but he is 2.5 now and he's thriving. So
Wow. Yay.
we've been through a lot. But this
Wow.
year in January, and I'm sorry, I'm taking up a lot of this
No.
time,
However long you want.
but thank you. But January, I told my husband, I was like, listen, there's been a lot of other personal stuff in there and like crazy shit going on. But I was like, this year, I want to focus on me
Mm-hmm.
and I want to focus on my health and becoming the best person I can be, like getting healthy, whatever. You know what I
Yay.
mean?
Yeah.
Because that is the most, I feel like it's the most like selfish thing I can do, but
No.
it's the most selfless thing I can do,
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
doing it for your family. It's not just for you.
Yes.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Exactly. So in January, I was like 204, almost 240 pounds, 235 pounds. And I saw this girl on TikTok and I found her and I was finally like, oh, GLP-1. And I asked my cardiologist and all this
Mhm.
stuff. He's like, yeah, it's changed people's lives. Started it. And fast forward to now, like I worked for her,
Mhm.
like with her, which is crazy. I never
Mhm.
thought that would happen. I'm
Mhm.
down 60 pounds. I've gained so many friends.
Nice.
My business, I do like a marketing videography business, and it is
Okay.
blown up here in
Cool.
Houston. And like, I mean, that's my story.
Oh, that's so
So
cool. My
I don't
wife's a
know.
NICU nurse, so your first baby, I
Oh
totally,
my gosh,
yeah,
that's so
I'm totally
amazing.
with you. That's incredible. I'm so happy for you.
The
That's so cool.
honestly, the NICU nurses are they're like family. I mean, because
Oh,
I stayed in there like every night, and they
oh,
revived my son so many times.
you're such a good mom. You're so good.
Oh
I think
man, I need to talk to your wife.
she's probably gonna come. We actually we're going to Disneyland tomorrow morning, so she wants to
We
go
just got
like,
back from Disney World.
oh, nice, nice.
My husband's like, we're not going back for 6 years, and I was like,
Yeah, get it
no,
in now, guys. Get
not
it in
true.
now.
I was like, this is not true.
Yeah. So she was like, "Well, I'm not gonna go and watch your stream tonight because I need to go to bed." Because she's always
Aw.
in chat. But, um,
Well, tell her thank you because NICU nurses
mm,
are godsends. And here's the thing, we saw a lot of like really not good outcomes, and
mm.
let me see. It says doctor.
I'm a microbiology
It says
PhD. I'm not an MD. I'm a
I know,
scientist
but
doctor now.
it still says doctor, so I think like doctor, but
Mhm.
like as a NICU nurse or anybody like that, you see a lot of like really sad things,
Yeah, yeah.
but there's way more success stories.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's so true. Yeah, yeah. It's incredible what
yes.
the technology. It really has increased to the letting. And before it was like, 22 weeks and change. And if you were born around that time, you'd have like
It was like
lifelong
26.
complications and stuff. And it's like, and now it's like they've done such a good job. It is something that you have to, tell your PCP about or whatever, but like no long-term like consequences, that it's been incredible success in technology story.
Yeah. Well, and we like I'm religious and stuff too, like,
Okay.
and I believe God like watch over our babies for sure.
For
Because
sure.
like my son who was born at 26 weeks, the doctors are like, "Oh, there's no way." And I'm like, "No, just let him try to eat
Mm.
from a bottle." And then he did it and he was
Nice.
out of the NICU, but like we were just very blessed. I don't know. It's a very hard journey. So any
Yeah.
NICU parents or IVF or people struggling to trying to conceive or whatever, like
Yeah.
it's way more people than you think.
Mm-hmm.
And kisses go out to you guys. So that's
Yeah,
all.
it's so important. I mean, I think it's you're exactly right. I think that um it it's like it's giving people that want to be parents that ability so badly, and they're
Yeah.
always like really good parents because they want to give everything that they can to that baby. Hi Dana, how's it
Yeah.
going? And yeah, so I think that they're really cool stories. So thank you for sharing. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me share.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Someone said, did anybody else miss the basis of her rabies story?
Uh,
Oh, maybe that was supposed to say babies.
Oh,
It
okay.
was not about rabies.
Yeah. Um, who was, um, awesome though. Yeah, but yeah, we just do like, yeah, a lot of stuff. We're into vaccines here. Hopefully, hope baby is getting vaccinated. That's like a good way to
Okay,
take
so
you and,
question, because
yeah, yeah,
you said you like controversy, right?
sure.
I don't. I actually don't. My
Okay.
husband does. But what are your thoughts on vaccines and for like children? Like, do
Hmm.
you think they cause autism and stuff, or do you think that there's more like pros and cons?
Okay. Good question. For babies, all of them have been tested, and all the vaccine schedules perfectly safe. There's been no link to any autism. Basically, the autism and vaccine study has been it's a myth promoted by a 1997 paper that's been
Or
discredited.
RFK?
Well, him, yeah, but it started in 97, but that paper has been retracted, and the MD actually lost his license over it. and because it was found out that he fabricated data and all that kind of stuff, and it's been tested. Like vaccines are tested constantly, and the safety of it
Hmm.
have been constantly looked at to make sure that the schedule is safe and everything like that. So the biggest one that's come out recently is out of Denmark. It's like 1.2 million kids over 20 years, and they've looked at all the vaccines, all the ingredients for the vaccines, and they linked none, like, so no neurodivergence with any of the vaccine schedules. So they're perfectly safe. It keeps your baby and you and your family safe, and there's very few things in parenting that I think that you're doing 100% right. It can be hard to know what if
Oh,
you're doing the right thing, right? And I think
I don't know if there's ever like 100%.
I can tell you
Parenting is hard,
I can tell you getting your kid vaccinated on schedule is 100% the right move every single time. Every single
but
time.
you have to for school, right?
Yeah, in the United States, so yeah, you do in order to go to public school. So a lot of people, that's why a lot of people go have been doing private school or homeschooling because of that. And Florida is going to start removing that requirement, and that's kind of the problem.
Well, my kids go, okay, they just started at a private school
Hmm.
like 2 days a week, but still, like they do require vaccines.
Robert Paul. Sorry, we do vaccine parties here, so I know you get to see. So every time people get vaccinated, so we get this goes on, and then we do this, and then we go. Robert Paul got what's up? Thank you so much, Robert Paul. Thank you so much for getting vaccinated. We love people who get vaccinated in this community, and we celebrate you every single shot, every single time. We spam V's in the chat, and we say MAVA, Make America Vaccinated Again. So that's what we do. So,
Hey, you're lucky I'm not like extremely political because I'm totally not.
okay, nice. Well,
Yeah, I
we
mean,
get into it.
here's the thing. My husband is, but here's the thing. I want to know all the sides. So
Okay.
here's probably what he would ask
Mhm.
if he would like me to. If not, it's fine.
Everything.
No, private schools are not really. Here's the thing. I feel like schools have to have some sort of mandate for some sort of vaccinations because if not, it would just be like inappropriate. I don't know. Like
Mhm.
it just wouldn't be smart. You know what I mean? Okay. COVID.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people, like these young people having heart attacks and stuff,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Oh, it's a COVID vaccine. Oh, it's this and that." What are your thoughts on that?
So that they're not like, basically it's a lot of like fake adverse side effect stuff that's just like misinformation, and like if they are having myocarditis events, it's from the vaccine. It's 1 in a million. That's the rate. So it's like you getting like and that rate is like getting struck by lightning or dying from a shark attack in the ocean, or like super 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 rare. So people that are like, yeah, I've had 10 friends that all got the side effects from the vaccines. Like it's just not possible. And what happens is that when you do get vaccinated, when you get the flu vaccine, it's going to feel like you have the flu for 2 days. Because your body is making those nucleotides into proteins that mimic the virus. So they're actually going to think that you're actually getting a flu infection. So it's going to feel like you have the flu because your body is going to have like increased temperature. You're going to feel sluggish, all that kind of stuff. But that's not a
If you fight
vaccine.
it.
That's not a vaccine side effect. So that's not a side effect of the vaccine. But there has been found side effects of the vaccine, and it's about 1 in a million. But if you're worried about myocarditis, which is the number one, it's like 580 times larger with COVID-19 than it is with the vaccine. So, the Myocarditis Foundation is like a big proponent of people getting vaccinated from, COVID because of that. So it's
Yeah.
very safe. It's a very safe and good vaccine, because specifically for young people, protects against long COVID. So long COVID is a neurodegenerative disorder that people have been linking to COVID-19. And it basically is a systemic infection of SARS-CoV-2 in the
How do
brain.
they test for that?
It's very hard. It's very hard too. They actually did some neural imaging, and they actually did some staining for the capsid of the virus, and they found it like in in the brain and stuff. It's crazy. It's like systemic
Whoa.
SARS-CoV-2 infection that doesn't you can't clear it. and that's why people lose. Remember, like people losing their taste. You know, that was so
Yeah.
people. I mean, I had a mom on here who her healthy son, completely healthy. Now he has constant vertigo,
Mm,
and he's losing his hearing too. So these I looked it up, and
mm.
they were both things that were actually linked to um, COVID, long COVID. He didn't listen to her and get vaccinated. So it's tough, man. It's tough. People like basically.
But
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I had COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and ever since I had COVID, I swear, like the brain fog and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I felt different ever since I had like long COVID. Or not, I didn't have long, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say long COVID. Like ever since I had COVID, the brain fog and everything
Mm-hmm.
has felt different. But when I started a GLP-1, and this is not a plug, this is like for real.
Mm-hmm.
When I started it about 2 weeks in, I felt like a lot of that brain fog was lifted,
Hmm.
which is so bizarre.
Interesting.
But it may have not been related at all because I
Yeah.
was on prednisone, I was on like so many autoimmune protocols. Like I was on Neupogen, I was
Mm-hmm.
on so many random medications,
Hmm.
you know, to
Interesting.
keep my pregnancy and not lose my pregnancy.
Yeah. 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 For
I
sure.
should like send you the list. You'd be like, "What in the world?" Like
Yeah.
when I went into the doctor, they're like, your white blood cells are way high." They're like, and I'm like, "It's fine. I'm on Neupogen." They're like, "Oh crap, we were about to say like you had something really wrong." I'm
Oh
like, "No,
man.
it's fine. I'm on
Interesting.
Neupogen. It's fine."
Wow. Yeah. I don't know about those stuff.
But because it's not there's no studies of it,
Uh huh.
right? It's very experimental, but
Interesting.
that's a whole nother thing. Yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
very interesting. Viagra. There's like a whole slew of
Wow.
medications I was on. Yep.
Interesting. Oh, is that to is that a blood pressure the thing for?
Blood flow. Increased blood flow to the
Oh,
uterus.
interesting. Okay.
I
Cool.
should send you my autoimmune guide.
All right.
But I mean, as a doctor, I would think it's like very interesting because there are all these things you wouldn't think would help.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think if I would have done a GLP-1 before I started IVF
Mm-hmm.
at all and like lost a little bit of weight, like stop my inflammation, it's being used right now for like decreasing risk of dementia,
Hmm.
decreasing risk of Alzheimer's. It's being
Yeah.
used in treatment centers for alcohol, for drugs, for all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
read
that can be a treatment
there's a
before.
tirzepatide, which is the dual action GLP-1
That's what
agonist.
I'm on.
Okay, nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, Terz is having some like organ protection benefits in the recent studies, which is wild.
Absolutely.
So it's like,
Yep.
and then retaglutide is the triple action that Eli Lilly is developing right now. So yeah,
Quadruple.
yeah, yeah, it's really interesting. So we'll have
But
to,
it's not FDA approved. It's not
yeah,
FDA approved yet. So
exactly.
tirzepatide has like it can reverse liver damage, heart damage, all sorts of stuff, which is crazy. But I don't want to bore you. I'm
No,
not a
no,
scientist or a doctor. I just like I think this is so interesting.
yeah,
Because I have heart disease and stuff in my family, and my cardiologist told me, I was like, "What about Ozempic?"
hmm,
He's like, "Yeah, you could probably lose some weight. Like like Ozempic is changing so many people's lives."
it is. Yeah, I think, yeah.
I asked him as a joke, but I knew I had to be told I had to lose weight. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I don't know.
No, I mean, yeah, that's why I think it's a huge benefit quality of life. I mean, people that are morbidly obese, I mean,
Absolutely.
it's like that's a huge thing that's really tied to so many comorbidities. So the idea that,
Yep.
there's like 60% of the United States that would have, lower chance. I mean, four 400,000 people die every year from heart disease, and that's, primarily from obesity. So
Yep.
it's wild. I mean, it's a huge thing. And
Ah,
I don't understand
squash.
why it's not like Medicaid isn't paying for it, which is wild to me. Um, yeah, it's
Well,
not.
and a lot of insurances they're not approving Zepbound or tirzepatide,
Mhm,
and they're approving Wegovy, which does not work as well.
mhm.
Um, I don't know. It's a whole nother thing. I could talk about it all day. Because food noise, like my husband could go to the kitchen and eat like half a cookie. I would go to the kitchen and eat like four cookies.
Mhm.
Because I would think about it all day.
Yeah.
Like that's what food noise is.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Like
No.
I don't know which one you are, but like I thought that was just normal. It's not normal.
Yeah, exactly. And basically the people that have a higher ghrelin response where they mm, have that hunger more often. Like if you think about the expression of, of the genes as like a bell curve, people that are higher than normal that are going to be more susceptible to eating more, you know,
Yeah.
um, they're just losing the battle versus like highly available, nutritious, incredibly tasty, foods, and a lot of them are processed so that they're specifically designed so that you don't feel satiated when you eat them, so you can eat more of them. So then you're eating more calories, which
Hmm.
is why these people are, it's kind of the genetic bad lottery where now that's why I think a lot of, that's why half of people are um, have that problem.
But I feel like America too, like so many things are allowed where like in Europe, they're not,
Yeah, I mean that's I don't think that I don't think that that's the problem necessarily. Like
you
the
know?
genetically modified organisms and stuff, like genetically modified
Or
plants
like
aren't.
the certain like ingredients that are outlawed in Europe and not here. You
The
don't think
food
that
dyes, a lot of them are the same. I mean, some of them are banned. In like California's banned, like whatever red food dye or whatever it is, and
Red
um,
40 or whatever it is.
oh what what in the world? I got live visibility restricted in search results because it contains content that involves overly repetitive, inauthentic, or demeaning acts to induce viewers to send gifts. What in the world? That's so funny. Dude, it's so weird. I did this like thing with other scientists in order to like do these myth debunkings, and it got the guys, the one that we just watched, guys, from Dr. Joe. It got pulled. They got pulled for community guideline violations, which is it just blows my mind,
Are
dude.
you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to follow you there because this platform
Uh huh.
is very like, you
Hmm.
know, touchy.
Yeah, it's I don't understand why it was just basically like 6, 7 like of us that did like a 30-second little myth busting stuff, and we didn't and it broke a community guidelines, and he got a strike for it. Like, no, I've gotten a warning for talking about my own research for misinformation. I don't get it. Um,
I got a warning for like not like moving enough, like changing up my
yeah,
screen enough in my
yeah,
life. I'm like,
yeah. I get
I'm like,
that.
I'm a live person.
Yeah, I get that. The ASCII
I
thing
don't
you have to
know.
like complete.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
will, guys. I will after this. I will. Um,
Oh,
so
why
it's
don't you
just.
restart? I don't want you to get bananaed.
Oh, okay. Well, it's okay. But well, Jordan, it was good to meet you. Then I'm happy that
No,
yeah,
thank you for having me on. Like, I
yeah.
would love to talk to you more because
Okay,
I
yeah,
think I think this is what America's all about. And I love to hear other people's opinions. And
yeah.
I genuinely I'm so confused by everything.
I know, and that's the thing. And I think that science did a bad job of like reaching out since the pandemic, and it's really frustrating to see all these people that are like grifting and just like making money off of it, trying to restart their failed scientific or academic career, and now they're like the truth sayers going on these podcasts, and now they're
Yeah.
like the ones because they went on Joe Rogan, now
Because
they're.
they're making a lot of money off of it.
Exactly. So now they're selling this stuff that's like, and they're grifting. They're
Yeah.
selling something that isn't true with no data and no science to back it up. And I'm just sitting there as an actual scientist going like, what is actually happening? Yeah, exactly.
Well, and that's the same as the TT shop. And
Exactly.
honestly, like Ozempic, that's why I was like, I would never take that. And then finally I was like, you know what? Maybe I should like what do I have to lose? And now I'm like all for it. I mean, I'm an ambassador for my company, so I'll make like if anybody here signs up, I make $20.
Hmm.
But it's not gonna like, that's not like like life changing.
Yeah.
For me, I've never been able to do this.
Hmm.
And like the clarity I've had in my business and everything, I'm like, I don't know. It's crazy to me.
Yeah. I totally
if
agree.
that makes
Well,
sense.
I'm gonna restart real quick. You can jump on it if
All
you
right.
want, or I'll
Yep.
be right
I'll
back.
listen. I'll listen.
Okay. Oh, it was nice meeting you. Then I'm so happy.
You too.
I
I mean,
told
I'll
my
hop
wife.
back on if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah. 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 You can. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay.
So ridiculous, man. Oh my gosh, guys. Uh, we're demeaning, guys. We're demeaning ourselves. What are you doing? What are we doing? I have to lose 15 pounds to have my knee surgery. Struggling with the last 8. What can I do? Can you walk? Can you add like some steps in? I guess you have a knee surgery. You should probably not. Um, any way that you can just eat, like, I mean, 8 pounds, just really count your calories. Like, really just count your calories. That's really it, Squash. If you just make sure you're not eating, I mean, that's like a muffin a day, an extra 4 or 5. Okay. Okay, nice, Squash. Yeah. Protein and fiber. Yeah. Yeah, I would cut some carbs out too. Thanks, Stars. Yeah. Thank you, Neek. Thank you. Okay, Ethan, what's going on, bro? Thank you. All right, guys. That's so weird. I don't understand what happens. Like, I really hate how. Hi, Heather. I would just cut out, like, don't worry about carbs. Like, you just get carbs from anywhere and everywhere. You know, for real. I wouldn't worry about eating carbs. You just eat protein and fiber, and carbs will come. I promise. Oh, I'm sorry, Ethan. I know, Aurel. That's the problem. Exactly. That's the problem. We all do, and they make it so tasty, and they make carbs so incredible, uh, and you never get filled up by them, so you can just endlessly eat them, and that's the problem, Aurel. You have to like you have to kind of like don't like ruin yourself, but have your like thing a day if you want to, but you can't eat a ton of them. You know what I mean? Okay, nice, Squash. Yeah, exactly. Stars, exactly. I know, Brian. It kind of seems like that's already happening, right? Because they're literally like they're already suckling at Trump because he has the he's the executive order in order to keep TikTok alive. So I mean, they're already bending at the knee. What kind of protein powder do you use in your shakes? I mean, really, honestly, any of them are probably pretty good. Labdoor.com gives you a breakdown of really good ones. So labdoor.com. I would probably go a transparent slabs. Let's see. I would go like whatever. Yeah, my protein. I use my protein personally. I like them a lot. Also, yeah, transparent labs. That's a good one. That's on Amazon. Is Isopure a good one? I mean, basically pure whey isolate. I would get some that isn't I would get just the protein powder, not the isolate. Yeah, pea proteins are good. Yeah, whatever. Fish oil is one of those things, Kiki, that like the studies show that they don't work, but I've seen conflicting studies, and it's one of those tough ones. No, you don't want to drink the isolate. You just want to get the regular protein powder because you want the carbs in there. And then if you're on a cutting plan, protein powder with water. If you're bulking, put it with milk. Yeah, Heather, exactly. Yeah. Oh man, that's so frustrating. There she is. Hi, Jordan. We're back. We did it.
We're back.
Yeah, it's so weird. So we had like he had
That's
a
sorry.
science. 6 of us were just talking about science, and he got removed for community guidelines, and you're like, what? And then he said another one that he got before got a he got that removed too. So he got 2 strikes already on his account, and it's like,
On here.
what? Yeah. And I've gotten a warning for talking about a paper that I published. I'm a co-author on that got peer-reviewed paper, and it got labeled misinformation, but my appeal went through, so I don't have a warning on my account anymore. But it's very odd.
It is odd. And you know what's funny is so I had a Facebook account where I had like 23,000 followers maybe.
Wow.
And it was more of like a personal thing, like my mom stuff and NICU stuff, IVF stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it got hacked by like somebody in North Korea apparently.
Hmm.
And then it got banned because they posted something on my like correlating Instagram account.
Hmm.
And I tried everything I could, but I could not get it back. So I had
Wow.
had that account since like 2012. That was like
Wow.
my first Facebook account. So I lost all my photos, all my like everything.
Hmm.
And so I don't trust social media at all.
Yeah. That's
And I
tough.
actually just lost an Instagram account too that had, I only had like 1,200 followers, but it was for like my weight loss journey.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because weight loss apparently is a controversial thing you can't talk about because it's like
Really?
not healthy to talk about.
What?
Yes.
Really?
So I'm afraid to talk about anything now. And I'm like, guys, I'm not telling you to like do anything unhealthy. But if
Yeah.
you're like morbidly obese, this may help you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
gosh, it's like we can't see anything anymore. I don't know. It's sad.
No, I do think that they're like, because of the ban that happened in the United. I mean, TikTok is legally banned right now.
Oh, it
Um,
is?
yeah, by law it is banned, but the Trump administration has an executive order that allows it. So
Yeah.
that's why I feel like they kind of have to bend the knee to whatever Trump says is misinformation, and I'm worried about like the science content on here because I mean, they have misinformation on the whitehouse.gov now saying that the lab leak was real, which it's not. No scientific evidence ever pointed that the lab leak ever happened. It's all a natural zoonotic spillover event, just like every other pandemic, by the way. So it's just wild to me.
Well, and
And
maybe that's why I'm so intrigued by you because okay, my husband's from Texas,
mhm,
so you can probably assume where he falls,
okay, he's one of the,
right?
the the hardcore blue
Right?
guys that's coming that make Texas blue. Is that what?
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm from Colorado, but I'm like I grew up not even I don't want anything to do with politics. I don't like to fight. I love people. Like let's all just get along.
Hmm.
Why can't we all just get along, right? Um, I don't know. So as a scientist, I think it's
Hmm.
very like interesting. Like
Yeah, I think it's totally okay, and science needs to reach out to
and
people
I
like
do
that.
think Trump is an a-hole, by the way.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean he's cutting
I'm not
so
gonna
much
disagree
science
with that.
research. I mean he's cutting so much science research in the country. It's really hard to even tell you. I mean, I actually got laid off. My entire company just got axed and laid off. Because of him. Because they
Really?
basically, yeah, I mean, like it's so like over $100 billion frozen through all these universities, and then that has an impact into private companies too. So because the private basically public universities are customers to private corporations that are selling
Yeah.
services to them. So when that money
Ugh.
freezes up, then like the private companies are going through layoffs. So there's a ton of layoffs going through San Diego and companies right now in science. So it's wild. Um,
And-
so
Ugh.
it's happening. I know a lot of people that have lost their jobs recently because of it. Um, yeah, so it's unfortunate. He's not making more jobs here. He's taking away the higher paying, you know, um, jobs that we have had, and he's rescinding a
Yeah.
lot of the renewable and sustainable energy jobs that were passed, and put in place because of the Inflation Reduction Act and the infrastructure bill that Biden passed. So there was
Mm.
about $400 billion that were 70% of which were going into Republican states, by the way, Republican economic developments for a lot of their cities and states, and all that got yanked in order to pay for the tax cuts for the billionaires. So it's having an actual impact on people's lives right now. Yeah, it's awful. So, but yeah, I think like science.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Remind me where you live again.
San
Where
Diego.
do you live? Okay. San Diego. So my best friend is from Carlsbad,
Oh,
and we
cool.
went to visit
Nice.
her in San Diego, and San Diego is pretty clean.
Hmm.
So what this is so not like me, by the way, but you're like, oh, I like to talk about all this stuff.
Sure.
So what do you think about all like there's so many more homeless and stuff
Hmm.
in California. Like it was so dirty. It was so like there were so many more homeless. I guess what are your opinions on that?
Yeah, I mean,
And tell
there's
me if you want me not to ask you these questions. I'm just trying to
no,
like give you content.
I'm here. No, I'm here. No, yeah, whatever you want. Um, no, I mean, basically, one, like the Republican governors actually bus homeless people to California and LA, which is wild that people don't know that. But yeah,
Hmm.
they literally put them on buses and drop them off in the middle of LA. Two, they are going down. The homeless population is going down, and so I think that's another thing. But I mean, it is tied to the expensive cost of living, for sure, and expensive cost of like rent and things like that. So I do think that California does need to have new, cheaper like homes being built for sure. Yeah.
I don't have an opinion on it. I'm just
Well,
trying,
it's not good,
I'm trying to
right? I mean,
just
it's not good that
I'm
it
trying
happens.
well, here's the thing. Like when I lived in LA in Northridge,
Okay, nice.
I was also like 20, 21, right? So I had like rose colored glasses on and everything else. But when we went back out there about a year and a half ago, because my brother lives in Redondo Beach,
Hmm.
and Redondo Beach is still very nice. San Diego is still very nice, but there's pockets of like LA. Hollywood was way different.
Hmm.
I mean, it was bad, but I don't know. I just hate politics, so I'm not going to get into it.
I know. I mean, politics sucks, but it's very, very important, right? I mean, it's like politics is how humans organize ourselves in order to solve problems, and we have to like solve some of these problems. And I think that we
Yeah,
haven't we haven't like tried to solve a lot of the problems. We've just tried to kick the can down the road and not solve them anymore. And that's the
yeah.
big problem. I feel like.
Well, I
So
could totally ask you about something very like controversial.
okay, whatever you want, whatever you want.
Do you want me to?
Sure, sure.
Okay. You probably know what it's going to be.
I have no idea. I talk to people that don't believe that viruses are real. So
Are you
I
serious?
know, I know. A lot of the anti-vaxxers don't believe viruses are real anymore. So
Okay, well
that's what
then,
I'm normally having conversations with. So you're actually
holy
whatever
cow.
you say is milk
I'm actually,
toast. So,
milk toast is such a great, like, it's spelt so different too.
hmm.
Okay, so Charlie Kirk.
Hmm.
I knew who he was, and hopefully we won't get in trouble for this, but I knew who he was. My husband watched him all the time. But I knew who he was, but I never really like knew the extent of it.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm trying to look at the comments too. But for him, like for me, my first response is, guys, we should all be able to say what we want to say and what we believe in without being afraid of being like killed
For sure.
or offed.
Hmm.
Sorry, we
That's
get
okay.
banana. I don't
Yeah, whatever.
know. That's all I have to say. Because I've had a couple conversations with people and they're like, "Well, how can you like feel bad for him?" Blah blah blah. And I'm like, I mean, what like he should be able to say what he needs to say, and anybody else should be able to say what they want to say.
For sure. And
Like
I think that like
we're in America. That's part of it, you know?
I mean the whole joke from Republicans
Sorry,
is
Heather.
that liberals aren't going to do anything in a civil war because they don't have any guns. You know what I mean? They're like the whole joke for from Republicans is that liberals are so weak that they never would fight back. So I don't think
I'm a
that they're
Republican,
ever
by the way, but it's
okay.
fine.
That's fine. I mean, but I mean, I don't think that anyone's actually
He
ever
was a
afraid.
racist girl. I don't think he was. I don't think he was, but I didn't listen to all his stuff. Sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, but I think that the Charlie Kirk thing like hits really hard for a lot of Republicans right now because it's it's them realizing that oh man, it's actually not like this fringe radical left that we actually have to be worried about. It's actually the Groypers and Nick Fuentes and these guys that like our radical rhetoric is actually caused the bee's nest to stir so much that we're actually getting, actually getting violence from the right now. And I think that that is the big like epiphany that a lot of people are having. And it's like it's not
Yeah.
it's not like the Democratic Party that is the one that is like it's stewing this violent hate like rhetoric. There's not a single Democratic elected politician that was saying like, "Let's go, finally, here it is." But every single, Republicans were like excited about a civil war. They were like, "Finally, let's get this civil war going." And they were talking. The elected politicians, even Trump, was talking about like this is we blamed the entire radical left, which is the entire Democratic Party in his mind. And then he went on.
Which is not okay.
I exactly, I agree, and it's like can like when is Trump going to be the one that actually says, "Hey, we got to calm down, guys. We have to, everyone has to calm down a little bit." And he never does that. And I think that that's
Yeah.
the real problem is that Trump has ignited, poured gasoline on this fire keg so much that it's and he's constantly raising the temperature that people are getting, Republicans are now getting um uh like they're getting violence from their own side now. Like the Fuentes, like the Groyper wars. It's well known that they've been at war with Charlie Kirk for not being right wing enough. They
Ugh.
did it first like in like
See, I don't
2019.
I know nothing about that.
Yeah, so Nick Fuentes is like a I mean, as close as you
Hold
can
on. I'm
say.
gonna I'm gonna search.
Yeah, I mean, so Groypers is Nick Fuentes is his name, and the Groypers are the group that follows him, and they're like ultra right wing,
Like
really.
white nationalist.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yep, exactly. So we're talking like
It's funny because I like I'm not
yeah,
political. So
yeah,
all you
yeah,
people in the comments who are hating me, I'm sorry. I'm just like I'm just having a conversation, okay?
yeah, yeah.
I love everybody.
I mean, they're like designing the wallpaper on the ethno state kind of thing. You know what I mean? They're like
Yeah.
really, really going crazy. Yeah, very incredibly anti-Semitic. Like the
Yeah,
incredible
no.
everything. Like the whole world is controlled by Jewish people, exactly like that kind of crazy.
No,
Um,
I've actually never even seen this guy, to be honest with you.
yeah, so he's been at war with the
Huh.
with the with Charlie Kirk for a long time.
Wait, where does he live? Hold
I don't
on.
know. I don't know.
I'm so confused.
And like I think it was like 3 months
Oh,
now. He
Virginia?
like 3 months ago now he like started like Groyper Wars 2, and he was because Charlie Kirk was bowing down and not like strong enough against Israel and all
Oh.
this kind of stuff. And so this is where a lot of them and basically the shooter had
Oh.
dropped like some key details that showed that they were they're Groypers. Um so
Okay, I
he kind
see it
of
now.
yeah.
See,
So Yeah.
I know nothing about
And
any
this
of
is the
this.
thing is the gripers will do things in order to purposefully lie, purposefully send signals to say that they're not what they
Hmm.
are. I mean, that's their whole point. They actually, I mean, Nick
Hmm.
Fuentes a year ago now sent people to infiltrate Turning Point USA. Like that was the whole
Hmm.
point. They went in and we've infiltrated your
Shay.
organization. We're gonna take it over, all that kind of stuff. And
Hold on, Shay. I have to say, okay, Shay, she said, you know nothing, true, but you're running your mouth. Okay, I'm not running my mouth, you guys. Shay says, does Jordan have the internet? This is why I don't talk politics, you
no,
guys.
don't. We're just me. It's just me and
Okay,
you. I
well,
don't
no, 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 no.
engage
But
with chat. Don't
here's
worry
the
about it.
thing. No, no, no. It's funny to me because listen, if you were like, "Hey, Jordan, what went on in the news this past week?" I'd be like, "I don't know because I'm cleaning up poop for my
Yeah,
2-year-old and my 4-year-old and my dogs, and
you're
then my
fine.
2-year-old threw the poop at my 4-year-old's face." Like that's why, you guys.
So my thing with chat is that I really let it be uncensored as much as I can because I want dissenting
No, that's
opinions
good.
on here. Like I don't
That's
want to censor people
amazing.
for people. So chat gets wild,
People
and
are mean.
I don't read
Holy
it. I don't
cow.
read it, and I feel like I feel thank you Ducray and the mods. They keep this place going because I don't know
No,
how we do,
I
but thank
and
you.
listen, Greg, I'm really not paying attention to it, but
Good,
I just
good.
saw some and
Okay.
I'm like, man, I'm like, this is why I can never be one of those people who go live and just talk about like politics. Like there's those people on here who just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just really wanted to know your opinion on it,
No,
to
no,
be
it's okay.
honest with
This is a
you.
great conversation, and this is exactly what the whole point of this
Yeah.
channel is. The idea that
Yeah.
people will even come on to here and try to tell me that I shouldn't be talking to like anyone, and it's just like, dude, that's the whole point of this channel. Like, I don't understand
Of
what you're doing on here.
course.
So, no, no,
Yeah.
the whole idea is to try to have a good conversation. So, I don't know.
Man, people are mean.
You should, yeah, they are very weird. They're very weird
I
sometimes.
mean, I really don't care.
Guys, I sorry, I keep getting see guys, I only have one-on-one conversations. I don't do panels. So I'll talk to all of you in turn and we can like hang out and we can talk afterwards, but I don't do panel
Boo
conversations. Just
woo.
no, I don't. I don't.
But you know what's funny is that none of this happened until I just asked you about Charlie, which is so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. And like
Um,
it's honestly like obviously I agree with you by the way. I do want to say like nobody should be killed for their political opinion. I
like
mean,
ex-maid,
I've
yeah.
I've gotten death threats for like science that I've done and it's like scary and they had to they had to have extra security on the lab and stuff just because we were doing vaccine research in plants and we were making RNAs inside of plants. So Mike Flynn thought we were making it and trying to put vaccines inside of salad. So then he blew like that whole thing up and to the point where people were spamming my professor and all that kind of stuff. And people were scared. People were scared. So
So,
especially
what is your favorite like research project that you've ever done?
hmm, making I thought it was really cool. We made this algae that had this like anti-cancer drug inside of the chloroplast, and then
Wow.
yeah, so then we targeted non-Hodgkin's lymphoma stage 1 from those algae that are grown. So that was cool. Um, and
So
then
then what do you do with that? Can you make that into like a medication?
yeah, the whole idea was that you could like create and make the grow your own medication in your yard kind of thing. You could
Oh,
just have like an algae
wow.
pond and stuff. Yeah, that was the idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And then I was one of the forefront, like the pioneers for CRISPR when it first came out. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm-mm.
So CRISPR is like this gene editing tool that we had just discovered. Uh, Doudna discovered it in Berkeley in like 2008,
What's it
and
called?
CRISPR,
CRISPR.
CRISPR. So it's like
All right.
a
I'm looking it up.
cool, nice, yeah. This is molecular biology. This is like
Clustered
this is my
regularly interspaced short
polydromic repeats.
palindromic repeats.
Yeah.
It's a
So
revolutionary gene editing technology that allows scientists to precisely
that's me.
alter DNA.
Sorry. Yeah, that's
That's
it.
you?
That's me. No, well, I mean,
That's so
no, I didn't.
cool.
I didn't like, see it or discover it, but that
But that's
basically,
really cool though.
yeah, it came out. 2013 was like the breakthrough paper,
Wow.
DiCarlo et al., which was the Saccharomyces cerevisiae gene editing.
Hmm.
So basically,
Hmm.
it was a
So
bacterial.
you're like a real scientist.
I
I'm just
am. I
kidding.
know exactly, exactly. I really am. I move small amounts of liquid from one tube to the other, lots and
It
lots of
sounds fun
times.
though. So you would actually love IVF.
Yeah, yeah. That's a cell tissue culture. I mean, that's what it is. I totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm not flirting. Oh my gosh.
People are so weird. People say
People
I'm
are so
AI.
weird.
I'm AI like 10 times a night too. It's. I mean, you can't. It's wild. So,
All right,
um,
keep going.
yeah, so that
How's it
was so
used?
basically it was a bacterial defense mechanism that people
Hmm.
figured out, and then
Hmm.
we just thought it was like for bacteria for the longest time, and then
Hmm.
because of that paper in 2013, people were like, oh, we can actually use it for yeast, and then yeast are really
Mm.
really closely related to like a lot of different eukaryotic organisms. So that's like us to fish to other yeasts. I mean that really blew the whole thing open.
Us to
And
fish.
well, yeah, we're all eukaryotic organisms, and we actually like the machinery,
Oh.
the molecular machinery is very, 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 very similar between us and any type of eukaryotic organism. So
All right.
yeah, so basically,
I was gonna
I
ask you something crazy.
do it. Yeah, let's go.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Chat, you ready? Are
I'm
you
ready.
ready to come at me? Aliens.
Hmm. And do they
Do you think they
exist?
exist?
Like most certainly, but not like in little green men that we like see on Earth
Do you think
already.
they're just like little like I'm gonna sound stupid, like microbiome, like
Mhm.
little,
That's a good
like there's
question.
little
Honestly,
living organisms, like not like big
so
things
that
like
is such an
us.
interesting idea, actually. So, like, I think that there's life elsewhere in the universe, like 100%. The fact that if we were the only life that existed,
Shay is
I
so
would
mad at
argue.
me right now.
Um,
She's like, oh my God. I think
but
that's a good question. Like,
I
I
know
think there's life
it
on other
is
planets,
for sure. It'd be
but does that mean that I think there's like breathing, like thinking beings? Like, I don't know. Like, that's
yeah.
harder, you
No,
know?
I agree. I mean, it actually is. It's an interesting question. What we would consider intelligent life forms. I think if we found like a microbe, like a bacteria, and on Mars, would we consider it intelligent? And I think that there would be a good. I think the line would be very hard for us to draw, whether or not it was intelligent or not. To be honest with you, but whether or
Yeah.
not there's like some type of being out there that's our size, that's another thing. I mean, we've evolved to be this size, and this this big, when there's like a microbial world that's out there that's completely, we don't see it with the naked eye, but that's where most of our cells are, and we as
Mm-hmm.
humans, for example, we as humans, we're 50% human cells, 50% microbe cells. So if you counted all your cells and said human microbe, you're only 50% human. So, and we can't speak microbe. so how can we exactly, Coco, exactly, intelligence is objective. You think intelligence is objective? I don't know. I don't think that. So anyway, sorry. I thought you said subjective there. Um uh
It's okay. Expand on it.
Well, I mean, like there are things that happen in the animal kingdom that we don't understand how it happens. Like we don't understand how turtles can be born on a beach and then swim tens of thousands of miles and then go back to the same beach that they were born on and then have babies there. Like we have no idea. Like that's so crazy. That's outside of the scope of our knowledge on how it's done. So like are turtles more intelligent than us? Like in that case, they're the intelligence isn't the right marker here. It's evolved. Like humans are as evolved as every other organism that exists right now. That's the idea. So like bacteria is as evolved as humans are. It's just that humans are
Huh.
evolved to like have a frontal cortex that is philosophically speaking and saying things and pondering things, and that's allowed us to have this technology and everything that I'm seeing here versus like that turtle that all that they have that capability in philosophy and all that kind of stuff, but just in their mechanism. Does that make sense?
So do you think animals I'm so sorry. I'm just like
Don't
I'm
be.
trying to think of all the like devil's advocate things that so people don't come at me at the chat or you
No.
can, whatever. Do you think animals feel things? Like,
Yeah,
do you think they
yeah,
feel emotions?
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Like,
Every
how
time
deep?
every time we've downplayed like human animal intelligence or like the philosophy of like what how conscious they are, we've failed like before. I mean, like for example, like killer whales have culture that they pass down from one generation to the next. That's like it's actually a matriarchal society where the grandma
Hmm.
will like teach the calves like where they're hunting and how to hunt. And it's there's lots of ways that that animals like communicate that are incredible. Um,
And you know what's funny is all these people are like wanting to come at me. Hold on. But I actually think animals can feel.
for
Like they
sure.
know. Like they know who's their son, their daughter, their this, their that. I'm just like, you guys, I'm just trying to make a good conversation.
I
It's
mean,
working.
like plants can feel. So plants can
You
like
think
feel.
plants can feel?
Yeah, yeah. They so if they
See,
have
that I
a
don't know.
if they have like cut or something that the smell of fresh cut grass,
Yeah.
that's a chemical signaling of them alerting other plants in the area that they have been like injured.
So you think they have that feeling though? Like they
They have
know?
that. Well, I mean, they can notice whether or not they've been maimed, and they and
So,
trees and so and trees can actually they can actually like they through their
hmm,
microbiomes. So they have the roots, and then they have like the microbial communities that live in them, and they can actually send down signals, different salts based off of what's happening, in their
hmm.
area in order to like to communicate to one another. So
Wow.
I mean that's it's just there's wild communication that happens actually, and they've actually found out through radioactive um materials that actually the trees in an area will actually send nutrients to trees that have been cut down, like stumps. Like the trees in the
What?
areas will actually send nutrients to that thing, thinking that they've been cut, that they need nutrients and that they need help. So
Wow.
it's really cool. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's the ability for humans. We're
There's
so
your hair
human.
flip, Chloe. People are
There,
being so mean to me.
I'm sorry. Don't read the chat. They're bad people. Guys,
Look at
what's going on? There's no way that my community is doing this to her. There's no
No, they
way.
are. They're being so mean.
What's we have a bunch.
I've never been on a live where people are so mean.
What is going on? I don't
Like
understand.
seriously.
I don't
Like I'm not even
understand.
being mean, you guys.
I don't
I
know.
literally like was just wondering.
I don't recognize a lot of these people. If that's going to be, they're not my super fans. That's for
They're
sure.
probably bots.
I don't know who they're stars.
Whatever.
Stars is good people. So I don't know.
Whatever.
Um,
Coco, why are you being mean? Coco, come on. Hey, if
yeah,
you guys believe that plants have feelings, but you're being mean to me, like that's just rude.
I know,
Okay?
dude.
It's just rude.
I know. You should see how the anti-vaxxers come in and treat me. It's awful. It's crazy.
But here's the thing, like I am not an okay. I used to think anti-vaxxers like, whoa,
Hmm.
crazy. But then I became a parent
Hmm.
and I'm like, I got scared and I'm like, oh my gosh. Because my husband's a little bit of like he's a little on the conspiracy theorist side of things,
Hmm.
right? People are like, oh, thanks, Indigo. Finally a comment that I like. No, I'm just kidding. Um, they're like, does your husband know you're on here? I'm like, yes, he does. That's why he's asleep. Um, I'm sorry. I shouldn't
You're
let
good.
people get to me. Anyway, my husband gets a little crazy, right?
Hmm.
True, mildly. But for me, I grew up on the lefty, right?
Hmm.
I love everybody. I lived in LA. My
Hmm.
best friend's from San Diego, and she works in the theater. Like, come on,
Hmm.
right? We can't mention your husband, LOL. No, he's a really great guy, and he's not a judgmental. We are not judgmental.
That's
Here's
all
the
good.
thing. Ah, I just gotta shut up.
No, what are you gonna say? You're skeptical about
I don't even
whether
know.
or not like the vaccine that it should be mandated. You think that it should be everyone's up to everyone's
Yes,
choice.
yes, because
Yeah.
I am scared as a mom after going through so much to have babies. I'm
Hmm.
so scared as a mom to like have these vaccines for my kids
Hmm.
and then something happen. And it's because of the vaccine,
Yeah.
like it's
So
the 1 in 1,000. Like it's
yeah,
scary.
it's one like yeah. So what the problem is that through our algorithms and through social media, people talk all the time about vaccine side
The
effects and not
negatives,
about the actual virus and pathogens that used to rampage like through our thing.
pros
So
versus cons.
yeah, and that because and that is the actual malady that if we
Yep,
don't vaccinate our kids, like measles can come back, and it's not like
yep.
this. Like, and people say, "Oh, yeah, thank you for the gifts, guys." It's not like a, oh, you know, people will say crazy things that don't believe in viruses. They don't believe that viruses cause disease. So of course, in their mind, if viruses don't cause disease, then why would you get a vaccine for something? You could only get negative side effects from something that doesn't need to exist. Because a lot of them think that the SARS-CoV-2 was made in the lab. Viruses are made in the lab. The viruses don't actually have ever been proven to be causing disease. So it
Hmm.
all kind of I mean there's a joke we have the list, which is like all the conspiracies that people who don't that are anti-vax have, and they believe like 90% of the conspiracies. It's not just like one. Once you kind of like have a foundational thing set, now you're more likely to have those conspiratorial beliefs because you're questioning
Hmm.
everything. Because in order for like vaccines to be more harmful than the disease, it really would have to take an entire like conspiracy for all the scientists in the world, like genuinely, because it's not just our pharmaceutical companies that are pushing these things. It's every single government is paying their universities. Like that Denmark study, that was Denmark, the country, paying their local university in order to study their own population. So it had nothing to do with the pharmaceutical company. They had every single financial and personal, thing in order to say, hey, what's going on? This Pfizer thing is actually causing a bunch of damage here. What's happening? And they didn't find
Yeah.
that. And this is
Well,
happening
and
dozens and dozens and dozens of times. So we're talking like a global conspiracy amongst like all these different scientists, and that's why like if you're anti-vax, that's why it's more that's why people believe in like moon landings fake, isn't real, evolution isn't real, dinosaurs are fake, that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. No, I love that. Oh, now we're getting into like dinosaurs. Yes. No, I'm just kidding. Let's give your audience something more to hate me about. Um, I believe dinosaurs roam the earth. Okay, you guys, don't come at me. No, but okay, here's the thing about vaccines. I was always like, let's get vaccinated. Yes, 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 yes.
Nice.
And it wasn't until I had kids and I heard like my husband, my friends, or this or that, or like the news or this and that, like you get scared,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's just about Charlie. It's just about like 9/11, right?
Mhm.
There's conspiracy theories about things.
And the problem is that science hasn't done a good job in like in engaging these things and squashing them. So I think that that's kind of a big problem is that like
But it's the same with GLP-1s too. And I'm like on
yeah,
the on this side of the GLP-1s where I'm like, guys, like, yes, it can cause like gastroparesis,
yeah.
but that's like a 1 in 100,000 chance, and
Exactly. Exactly. And
and
that's a
you're
hundred
gonna lose
thousand. Think
50.
about 1 in a million. Exactly.
Yes, and then you're gonna lose
Everything has
50
side effects.
pounds and
Everything
you're
has
gonna
side
have
effects.
all these benefits. So like the pros outweigh the cons. And that's kind of how I feel about she literally says nothing. Okay, fine,
Guys,
it's fine, whatever. That's how I feel about vaccines and everything else. You gotta weigh that pros and the
exactly.
cons. I'm not a scientist, guys. I'm not the smartest person in the room, obviously.
No, you're exactly right. I mean,
People are getting to me today.
and
But that's what pisses me off about GLP-1s
yeah.
too. They're
So
like, you took the easy way out. I'm like, I have not.
no,
I
no,
could starve myself for 3 months and not be this weight in this health.
yeah, no,
Like
you're
my
killing
lab
it.
work shows it.
No, I mean, it's the same thing that people think that like getting vaccinated is like the easy way out when
Yes.
you could get like because
Yes.
you could just get the disease. That's what people think. Like, oh, you just get the
Yes.
measles and like that's but the
Just
problem
get
is
COVID and then you're going to be immune.
exactly,
Like,
but the problem is that you could get long COVID, which is like a lifelong problem. You could get measles that could actually kill you, and measles has the side effect. You know what the side effect of it is, which is kind of ironic because the natural immunity community, which is all about just getting measles, it doesn't kill you.
isn't measles like chest stuff?
Measles wipes out your entire natural immunity data bank. So all your T
Yeah.
cells and B cells, all your natural immunity that you had remembered in your body, all of that
Yeah.
is wiped out. So you have to
Yeah.
you have to get like revaccinated like in order to exist in the world. I mean, vaccines save the lives of 4 million children every year and 1 million adults every year. It's crazy. I mean, there's over 2 million people that were saved in the United States from the COVID shot specifically. There's 300,000 people that died specifically because they were vaccine hesitant during the pandemic. 1.2 million people died in the United States from it. We're one of the worst in the entire world. We're ranked like 200th in the world from it. It's awful.
Well, and I believe those. Like, you look back 100 years and we were being taken out by all these things. Like,
Hmm.
someone said shingles. I've actually had shingles before, like on my side, and
Oh wow,
it was the most painful thing. And then my mom got it on the side of
there you
her
go.
face, and so now she has the shingle vaccine because she's like, I don't want
Yeah,
to get it
yeah,
again.
exactly. Exactly.
But
So you
see,
get the shingles
Mike
vaccine.
just
Yeah.
said, hold on, Mike just said we're the first in autism too.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
where the other side comes in.
Okay. So this is where correlation does not meet causation thing. So correlation, like, is you can correlate on the rise in autism with a lot of different things, like Google Chrome usage, or this is the word graph that I choose a lot. This is how autism diagnoses
Oh,
and organic food sales correlate exactly.
huh.
So how does organic food sales cause autism? It doesn't, right? It doesn't. Obviously not, right? It's just that it correlates together really easily. So, but the way that we find causative events, right? The way that we build that knowledge to see how one thing causes another is through the scientific method. That's the whole point of it. That's what we do those
Hmm.
studies for. And that's why we find
See,
like autism and that's why we have that Denmark study and it's not been linked to autism. It's and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we can talk about it again, but there's been dozens of studies that show that it is not linked to it. And there's no mechanical way that it can cause it. And another way of thinking about this is like, do you know how many left-handed people existed 200 years ago?
mm-mm.
Zero. Zero left-handed people existed.
No way.
They did. You know why? Because every single person wrote with their right hand. Every single one. You weren't allowed to be left-handed. So we had zero
Oh.
left-handed people. But as society allows left-handed people to exist, now that number creeps up and up and up, right? And then now that we've accepted that left-handed people exist, now we're actually able to
Hmm.
see that like ambidextrous people are there. Oh,
Hmm.
someone got a vaccine.
Oh, I'm a
So so
conspiritualist. Oh gosh.
so we have ambidextrous people now. Like think of 200 years ago, you wouldn't have an ambidextrous person. It would just be someone that's writing
Okay,
there with their
but
right hand, and the left-handed
hold
people wasn't
on.
allowed.
I have a question though,
Hmm.
because okay, so my son, he's 4, one of
Hmm.
them, and he is always doing stuff with his left hand. Always. So they would have just made him do it with his right?
Exactly, exactly. So you were forced to write with your right hand. Nice. We got
You're just like, no, you put the pen or pencil in your right hand and you do that.
exactly. They forced you to write with your left hand. I mean, your right hand. Yeah, that was it. And they
You
thought it
guys,
was
I'm not debating him,
we're
okay?
guys.
We're
We're just
just
having a
having a
conversation.
conversation.
Yeah,
Jeez
yeah. We're good.
Louise.
We're good. We're totally
We're
good.
friends.
Yeah, yeah. It's all good. Um, So the whole idea is that, as think so now we can tie that to autism, right? So autism, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, we were getting like the tens, right? The 10 out of 10 worst cases. Those are slam dunk autism cases. We
Hmm.
100% get those in. But now we kind of like understand it a little bit better. So now we're getting
Hmm.
the eights, the nines. Okay. And then as time goes by, maybe now we're getting the twos and the threes, right? So now that
There
spectrum
was
is
autism all along, but
exactly,
we didn't recognize it.
exactly. And by the way,
100%.
and but so that if that hypothesis is true, you would also see more adult autism cases rise, right? Because these kids are being diagnosed with autism and their parents are saying, "Hey, actually I have a lot of those symptoms too. Maybe I have it too." And that is what's happening. So a lot of
Yeah.
adult autism cases are rising as well. So and it's good in society. It's accepted and it's okay with it. We're not shaming people to have autism. And I
Well,
think
and
it's
that's
totally
something that,
fine.
like, in the charts where you say, okay, autism has risen from this to this, from this year to this year, it's not completely accurate because
Mhm.
they're not all documented, you
Sure.
know? It's like if you say, I can't say it on here, like abuse cases are or like RAPE cases,
Hmm.
they're not all reported. If they're all reported, you're going to see them higher on the scale and then probably go up.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Could you explain that one more time? I'm sorry. The last part.
Okay. That's a lot of why would that be? Okay. You were talking about autism, right?
Correct.
And like way back before, like they were not, maybe they didn't even know about autism, so they weren't reported. So they
Oh,
said
yeah,
the cases were lower and now
yeah,
they've gotten a lot higher, but they were probably like about the same as they were today.
exactly. Because it's a genetic cause, right? I mean, it's from genetics.
Yeah, or they and there's different like scales that they were like, someone might be like, "Oh, he's weird. He does this. He's like socially awkward. He's doing this," but like he was just autistic.
Exactly, exactly. Or it wasn't
That's
seen
what
as
I was
like a
saying.
bad part or connected to autism at all. And then now we're looking at in autism now, the diagnoses isn't just like a single scale of 1 to 10. It's actually kind of
No.
it's like there's about like 7 or 8 different parameters that all are 1 to 10. So it's like people
Yeah.
have different things and different connectedness. It's there's a lot of different
Absolutely.
points of it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it's okay, and it's people that that we're accepting it, and so I've honestly a lot of people because I talk about vaccines a lot, and I get a lot of people that do have autism that come in, and they feel like, why am I being attacked? Like, why am I being like pushed into the middle of this? It feels so unfair,
But
and
that's so
yeah,
messed up that anybody should feel like they're pushed in the middle of it. Because if
exactly,
you have
exactly.
autism, like my son very well could. Both of them could. I don't know. They're young. Ask the
Mhm.
doctor if some of the COVID back is all hers. I don't know what
I
any of
mean,
this means.
SARS-CoV-2 always was there. We've always been in a pandemic. It's just like HIV is currently in a pandemic. So, I
Hmm.
mean, so SARS-CoV-2 never stopped being a pandemic. So that's why we're having um a rise in it. So, yeah.
Well, and we're always going to find out more and, we're always going to learn more. So
Mhm. Mhm.
it's like always evolving. That's what I
Mhm.
think. I'm a little mentally drained by these comments. I'm not going to
Oh,
lie.
I'm sorry. Yeah, don't read them. They're crazy. They're
I'm not
crazy.
usually.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm just like, people, why are you so mean?
I know.
Kudos
They're
for
mean to
losing
me.
weight with the help of
They're
the
like
shot.
on
Zero shame in that.
half of them are
Thank
hate
you.
watching, by the way. I mean, the people that like drive the the engagements and stuff because they're constantly
Oh,
spamming
I
chat
know.
or hate watchers. So it's
Here's
just
the
like
thing, like, I would encourage any of you guys who completely disagree with me and think I'm a piece of shit or whatever, like, come on here and tell me. Like, let's talk about it,
yeah.
because you won't.
Yeah. No, it's yeah, HIV is still a pandemic, guys. Yeah, it is. It's true.
See, here's the thing about RFK.
Hmm.
Rusty said RFK is very anti-autism and wants to stop testing for lower autism numbers. Like, I feel like he maybe has pretty good intentions, maybe with like the not vaccinating because of autism and stuff, but like it's making Like it made me scared
So I mean, for
because
example, they're removing like the recommendations for the MMR vaccine, which is insane. I mean, it is like it's so dangerous. I mean, they're removing the
really.
recommendations for the Hep B, for
All
the
right, I'm
infant
gonna
Hep B.
text you. I'm gonna like message you every time my kids need a vaccine and be like, hey.
You just honestly the American Medical Associations and the American Pediatrics Association, they all have like their own they all that their vaccine scheduling, and that's what you want to like go to now, because the
Mhm.
CDC is basically been a bunch of anti-vaxxers are on there, and they have people that don't know what they're doing or saying. So there are um the people that have dedicated their lives to this, that are trying to keep people self healthy, and oh, thank you for the gift, um uh healthy, and aren't trying to sow discord, and the biggest problem. So for example, I mean, I was looking at the ACIP like meeting, and it was like they're voting on taking away the Hep B vaccine. And the whole point with RFK was like, I'm for vaccines. I just want them to be safe vaccines. But in the
Mhm.
meeting that they were talking about, they didn't ever present any data, any studies, anything to say that that vaccine was unsafe at all. That was the whole point. The whole point was just, we think that it's too soon. But that's not a safety argument, right? Because it was safe to give it at that age, because basically moms that don't do prenatal care, and they just like come in, it's basically through from mom to baby, through the birthing process. So and you can do a swab for Hep B for the mom, but there's a
Which they
testing
usually
window.
do.
They do,
Yeah.
but that could take time. You could have the
Mhm.
baby coming out, and that could be something that happens. And what happens when the baby gets Hep B, it's a chronic, lifelong infection 90% of the time.
How often is that?
Well, it's not a lot anymore because of the Hep B vaccine. So that's the thing, is that people
Okay,
don't
see,
recognize it, but it happened
I
all
think
the time before we had the Hep B vaccine, and we were using the vaccine as a safe and effective way in order to not get the baby the Hep B infection.
I think that is where the anti-vax community comes in.
Hmm.
Like, because they're like, oh, well, we don't have to worry about this anymore because this doesn't happen, you know? Because I know people in my life who are kind of like that.
Hmm.
And I'm like, but if nobody got this vaccine, then it would be a problem.
Exactly. Think about
So
smallpox. Smallpox got eradicated because of the vaccine.
yeah, or
It.
like even chickenpox. Like I had chickenpox so bad, and now
Mhm.
like the kids that get chickenpox, and chickenpox vaccines. And so I don't know. It's just as a parent, and this is not like political or anything, as a
Mhm.
parent, it's so different trying to like say yes or no to a vaccine like for your child. Because for me, at least, Michelle's like question mark. For me,
Every
it's been
time.
very hard
Every time it's
because
the
I'm
right
like,
move. Every time. It really is.
well, and I've always said yes, but I'm just
Good.
like,
Good.
I mean,
Good.
well, and they have to have it for school,
Yeah.
and they
Well,
just
you're a
went to
good
school
parent.
this year.
You're a good parent
Thank
then.
you.
Good.
But I'm
And
like,
I truly, I will say, and I put in videos, so I mean, I don't want you to get linked this and get out of context. I don't think.
trust me, I'm not that kind of person.
Okay. I
I
just want to
won't do
let you
that.
know.
Like your people here, I won't do that.
I'm open and transparent. I don't think that people are good parents that don't vaccinate their children. Like, I think that you have to vaccinate your child, because
Yeah.
because you're basically not vaccinating your child is exposing them to harm purposefully.
Or other
Exactly.
kids too.
Exactly. 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 God, so good. Exactly. So that's what I'm
I
saying.
get it, you
So
guys.
that's the whole point, is that like
Yeah.
the idea that like as a parent, like I said before, it's hard to know what you're doing. It's hard to know you're making the right decision. It's always the right decision to vaccinate your child, because you're preventing them from getting a lifelong ailment that could kill them, that could harm other people. And if they're healthy, and there's no reason not to. There's zero reason not to, because the other side of it is so dangerous and so bad, and that road is so bad. You do not want your grandkids growing up in a world with unvaccinated people. That is just
Yeah.
that is crazy. We're talking the vaccines save us from 30 different diseases right now.
Hold on. Michelle just said, Jordan, you get it and still choose to be harmful. Michelle, I don't understand because my kids are all vaccinated. Okay, here's the thing though. My one of my sons was born at 26 weeks,
Mhm,
1 pound, 11 ounces. Like he should not have made it. I saw him revived, literally bagged like 3 different times.
mhm.
Like he was DY, whatever,
Mm.
ing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
saw him revived. And they're like, well, should we do this? Should we do that? And I'm like, well, I mean, they were such hard decisions to make, but we had to make the ones that were like, there were more pros and cons. And that's kind of how I feel with like vaccinations, you know?
I'm not moving enough around.
Oh, crap.
No, it's all good.
Ask him
Um,
if okay, someone said, ask him if the COVID vax are placebos.
yeah,
You gotta like do this.
this is the
You gotta do
common
this.
it's a common anti-vaccine like talking point that they actually brought up to the ACIP meeting. So the idea is
Why don't you ensure your offspring have the best outcome?
that
Michelle.
we're doing. Just don't reach out. Please don't reach out. It's okay.
Ah,
You're with me. It's me and you, Jordan.
okay. I'm
You're me and me.
sorry.
Me and you.
I'm
Me
sorry,
and you.
Dr. Reg. Okay.
Okay, so the idea is
I'm a
that
people
basically
pleaser.
these people are making the vaccine testing like an impossibly high bar, and they're not actually, and they don't actually care to make the best study possible. They're just trying to make something that's an impossible scenario. So basically, what they're talking about is let's say okay, they're talking about a double blind placebo, and okay, so which means that you have two groups of people, right? One that's
Hmm.
vaccinated, and then one that has the placebo that's just water. Okay, so you get
Hmm.
both. So you get the vaccinated placebo, and then you expose both groups to SARS-CoV-2, and then you see
Hmm.
how each of them do. Can you think of like the ethical considerations there? Why that would be a bad move? 'Cause some of
Are
them
you
would.
asking
So
me?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, no. No, I agree with you. Though,
Yeah, yeah. So some of
I
them, so
mean,
basically, some of them could
I
die.
agree with science.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Some of them could die, and some of them
Yeah.
could have, some of them could die, and some of them could develop long COVID. So it's
This
unethical
is why I
in
have a
order to
hard
do
time with
it.
politics.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm saying this is the double blind placebo study is where people do science, a lot, but the
Absolutely.
problem is it's
Absolutely.
for like drugs
Yes.
and like stuff like that, not a
Yeah.
pandemic and a vaccine. So the idea
Yeah.
is basically how we do test it and how we do actually roll out vaccines is that you create the antibody
Hmm.
inside you basically create the little thing that we want inside of mice and the antibodies and you check the nucleotide gets changed into the antigen, which is the protein that we want to alert the body to in the future by making an antibody. And then you can basically check both of those things. So and then you can check that outside the body, which is called in vitro. So you can check the
Hmm.
binding efficiency. You can make sure that it's actually binding and it actually is what we think it is, and all that kind of stuff. And then once we're at the human stage, what happens when you actually take the study is you get injected with the vaccine, and then your blood gets taken, and then the antibody from your blood is taken, so that we know that the antibody from the human trials matches the mice models, and then that's how the double blind kind of like stuff works. So it is,
Wow.
but it's just indirectly and it's ethically done. It's not we're not you can't expose in your test just like hey a certain amount of you is going to die. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's so unethical. So see how
Yeah.
that question, it's like
Yeah.
you wouldn't with a gun, you wouldn't say okay, we need to test the safety, we need to check to make the safety mechanism is
You
working.
guys line
So
up.
line up, and we got to check. We got to know. We just got to
Yeah.
know. I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I mean, how crazy is that? So it's just a lot of bad faith questions, but people that. So
No,
anyway,
I get it. Well, and that's why a lot of the, I feel like I'm like scared to say words on here, but a lot of the drugs that I took for
Mhm.
IVF,
Yeah.
I couldn't like take through any other doctor.
Uh-huh.
That was funny. That was like a coffee or something.
No.
I couldn't take through any other doctor because it wasn't like tested like that. You know what I mean? Because they can't ethically test it. Like there's
Yeah.
certain things that you cannot scientifically test.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
It can be tough.
I
It can be
mean,
tough.
I don't know.
Well,
That's
Jordan,
all I'm
thank you
gonna
so
say about
much. I
that.
appreciate you. I feel bad. Oh yeah, do great. No problem. You're good.
I don't
Um,
feel bad. You're fine.
okay.
I
Well,
appreciate you talking to me.
yeah, yeah. But if you ever have any science questions or whatever, or if
Oh, I'm gonna bombard you, but
okay.
I just want to talk to your wife. Sorry. I just want to thank her and be like, honestly, you guys together, I think are probably amazing
Well, thank you.
because
I think
I
I'm gonna
think
try
you're,
to talk to her. So I'm gonna have like a 10,000 subscribe follower
do you
special.
have a
I think
YouTube?
I do. I do. Well, it's only
How
like
many
an
subscribers
archive.
do you have?
Oh, there. That's actually my wife right there. Mrs. Dr. G is right there. Yeah. So she's right there.
She's here?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, John.
Where is she?
Mrs. Dr. G.
Mrs. Dr. G. Oh, hey. I'm
um.
following you. All right, I was
um.
only asking if you have, okay, I work with a lot of doctors and a lot of people like in the doctor space. So if y'all ever want to be like a guest on YouTube or a podcast or anything, let me know.
Okay.
Because
Cool.
we work with big names.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I wanted to. Yeah. I'm. What was your YouTube the same thing? I
Oh
friended
yeah,
you. I can. We'll
it's
figure
not
it out.
my YouTube. My
Oh.
YouTube,
Okay.
like I'm gonna start monetizing it and doing like, yeah, all sorts of stuff. It's fine. We can talk off of here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But
My YouTube right now is just an
because
archive of
people
basically my lives, and then I just do like highlights of these and stuff like that. So,
no, you have to do like longer form videos
mhm.
of this stuff and you'll get a million subscribers and do like a podcast.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, I'll show you my YouTube. It's actually in my profile, so it's in my profile and
All
my
right,
link
I'll
tree and
I'll
stuff.
find it.
Yeah, help you.
Mrs. Dr. G.
Yeah,
What? I
she's a
tried to follow
celeb.
you. Oh, I've requested. You gotta accept me.
She's a celeb.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get her on for my 10,000 follower special. We're gonna try to.
Y'all need to do,
That'd be
I'm
cool.
telling you, y'all need to do a podcast. You're like a natural at podcast. I'm telling
Oh,
you.
thank you. That's actually the first iteration. So during the pandemic, it was like 2021, and I wanted a science podcast. I wanted to capture like the conversations that we have all the time. We were talking about
Mm-hmm.
science and stuff like that. So she was like the off camera producer, and like we were having like that
Like
conversation.
asking you questions.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But it was only for like one episode, and she was just like, it was a little weird. She didn't want to do it.
Ah,
So,
you guys
I
contact
know.
me because this whole thing, like you're a natural. I don't even care what anybody says in the chat. Whatever. You guys
Thank
can
you,
hate
Jordan.
me, but we're gonna love him, okay?
Thank you. Well, I don't know. I don't
All
know.
right. I'll
Try this
just
being
I'll
silly
DM
tonight.
you. It's fine.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
It's fine.
It's really
Thank you for having me though.
yeah.
I really appreciate your views on everything and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm all about like having conversations with anyone and everyone. And that's the people get pissed at me all the time. People are like, how dare you platform this guy or talk to this Republican or anti-vaxxer? It's just
Look,
it's wild.
Mildly Thriving said no one in this chat has an issue with Dr. Greg. You
Yeah.
guys, how many of you would come on here like with a face on video and talk to Dr. Greg? Probably not many.
I know you're like the second or third person, so I appreciate you. So I'll probably yeah.
No, you're
Yeah.
awesome, and I really love your opinions on everything. So
Oh, thank you. I try. I try.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, I'm
very.
gonna follow you.
Honestly, I don't really know that much, and I just read Wikipedia a lot. That's really what like 90% of the stream is, and then people are like, that's basically it.
No, it's not true. It's not true because you have doctor in front of your name, so you
It's
obviously went to school
I
and got
know,
like your degree,
but I don't know
right?
anything about microbiology. That's the crazy thing. I really don't. It's like it's such a big field.
Well,
I don't know anything. So it's
but you know more than probably 99% of the other people.
I maybe probably. Probably, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know more about TikTok than probably like 80% of the people on this live right now.
Maybe. I'm actually new to
Seriously.
TikTok. I'm actually brand new to TikTok. This is like my fifth
Well,
week or something now, sixth week.
well, you're
Yeah.
killing it. So
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm basically doing like my YouTube stream that I used to do on Twitch and YouTube, like on here. So I
yeah.
don't know, but people have like the pro science crowd have like kind of like found me through the
Block
algorithms.
to you.
So yeah. So
Well, take the I was gonna say take this shit. They record it,
uh
put it in Opus clips, clip it, put it on a YouTube. You
yeah.
need help? Let me know.
Okay, yeah, that's what I've done. I did with the highlights. So yeah, check out my YouTube. I did like good
Yeah.
conversations and highlights and stuff, like the good 30, 45-minute conversations. Like I put it out there, and then yeah. So and then my lives, I'm actually streaming on YouTube right now. So that's like
Sweet.
yeah.
Nice.
And that actually
You're like pro. You
oh,
got it.
thanks. I try. We're trying. We're trying. All right, yeah, but we'll
You
talk
guys
later.
got
We'll
it.
talk later.
Okay.
Thank you,
All right.
Jordan.
You guys have a good night.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Bye. Bye, chat. I love you. Even though you hate me. It's fine.
See ya.
Okay.
Guys, chat, you're so embarrassing. What's going on? Friend of the show. Yeah, Jordan. Thank you. God, you guys, so embarrassing sometimes. It's not even my regulars, too. My regulars are like all chill and stuff, but then these randoms coming in. Y'all coming in making me look bad, dude. Crazy. Gotta put on like sub only mode or something. All right. Carrie Bird and IG777. You guys are been on waiting so patiently. Thank you so much. I saw you, but yeah, thank you. Thank you for understanding. Carrie Bird, welcome to the show. How's it going?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, that was long.
I know. Yeah, sometimes they go. Sorry. Thanks for waiting.
Oh no, that's okay. That was kind of amazing. That girl
Nice.
had a lot to talk about. And you were good. Anyway, this might be kind of crazy, but
Okay.
I want to talk about polio a little bit.
Oh man, I don't know much about polio, so I'm excited to learn. What's up?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it may be more about anything that's going on right now with all the vaccines and all that shit, but my dad had polio.
Oh wow. Dang.
And you know about me with my son with everything with the COVID, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go again. So I just thought maybe we would talk about my dad because I've been taking care of him for he's 85 now.
Wow.
And when he was a kid, he got polio.
Oh my gosh, is he an iron lung?
No.
Wow.
No. He's my dad and mom, I've had them for, he's 85 and my mom died a couple of years ago, but my dad had polio, so I know a lot about this vaccine shit.
Okay.
You know, this crazy vaccine shit. You know?
It sounds like you're a fan. It sounds like you're a
Oh,
fan.
totally. So I'm a fan of vaccines.
Nice.
And I grew up with knowing that my dad had polio. So it sucked. Okay?
Yeah.
And with everybody talking about all this crap about vaccines, it makes me mad because I watched him with all my life of having, being in crutches and not walking when he was 7 years old from getting polio. And it sucks because of the freaking vaccine, Yeah. He didn't get the vaccine. And I don't know, I just get pissed because I'm so mad because people don't understand how great vaccines are.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're there to do all this talk about vaccines and everything, but I lived through watching my dad not have the vaccine of polio and having it And we live in this time with all this shit going on, and they don't even understand to see somebody that had polio.
Yeah.
It just pisses me off. Greg, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's
just so
selfish.
mad.
It's very selfish. I totally agree with you. Yeah, I don't. I in a way, vaccines and all these people say, well, why would I need to get a polio vaccine? I don't see anyone with polio. And you're like, wait. I mean, that's why we have the
Yeah,
vaccine. That's the whole point. It's
I
wild.
know.
It's why. That's actually why, as a content creator, like here, I get a lot of people that come in here, obviously, in every day, vaccine side effects, and I'm like, dude, I'm not going to just have this entire stream about vaccine side effects. We're going to be learning about polio. We're going to be learning about the list of epidemics and pandemics that have claimed the most lives throughout the world. We're going to learn about like these
Yeah,
viruses and pathogens, and we're going to learn about the actual dangers. The danger isn't the vaccine side effect, guys. The danger is
exactly.
the virus, is the pathogen. That's the stuff that we should actually be talking and focusing on.
And they don't
Miss
understand. And
Callie, Miss Callie got her flu and COVID today, so that's a vaccine party.
oh
Carrie,
yeah,
here we
oh
go.
yeah.
We're at 260 now. Let's
Woo!
go. All right, I gotta get all neoned up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Thank you so much.
Woo!
Every single shot, every single time. We love people who get vaccinated in this community. Thank you for doing it, protecting yourself and the people around you. Thank you. This is 260 vaccines we've gotten.
Wow.
COVID, flu, anything with you and your family, because a family that gets vaccinated together lives long lives together. That's what I firmly believe. So thank you guys. So that's what we're doing, our little thing. You know what I mean? We're trying our
And
own.
it's so cute that you're doing this. And it's crazy because we're living in a time that, what? My dad's 85 and he was 8 years old when he got the polio, and we're still doing this. And they don't even understand
Oh,
that the vaccines can save you from getting all this crap. Polio was horrible.
yes,
And
exactly.
what do you want to watch? Your kids not walk?
Exactly.
You want to watch your kids that have all these problems? Vaccines are like amazing. And it's crazy. And they don't, if they saw what I saw growing up with my dad in like crutches and everything, and he could have not had this if he had the polio vaccine. And it's gone. We don't have polio anymore. But it can come back because of these freaks. I'm pissed.
It got
I'm
so close
sorry.
to being
I'm just really
eradicated. So
pissed.
close. Like they were so close to being eradicated, unfortunately. But smallpox got eradicated. It's the only um pathogen that's ever been eradicated from vaccines and technology. Oh, that's another two. We're up to 266.
Ooh. Oh
Incredible.
my gosh. I love it.
Amazing.
Yes.
So we got really, really close with polio, but it's still there, unfortunately. So it's, yeah. Beyond bearers is not
I'm
polio,
hearing
guys. That is not
I'm
easy for
hearing all about this, like these poor kids. I mean, I talked to you about my son. You know that you brought it up that he doesn't believe in COVID and all that, and
Yeah.
he's sick over COVID. I'm like, my dad's had how many vaccines, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting the COVID. How many times I've had all these vaccines, and I'm fine. I don't understand. And I'm telling my sister that doesn't even believe in the COVID.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
that's the thing.
her
That's the new
dad
thing. They don't
had
believe in
polio.
viruses. Yeah, they don't believe in viruses now. That's the new thing, because if they don't believe in viruses or pathogens, and they don't believe in germ theory, then the only
Yeah,
thing that exists is just the vaccine side effects, and that's just a bad thing. And boom. So that's what they believe in: miasma theory and terrain theory, which are these debunked things from the 1700s.
I know.
They actually believe in
I'm like, what are you
this.
doing?
Yeah, it's
Why
crazy.
don't you? I mean, come on. It's stupid. It's
Yeah.
like, why are you being like this? Why are you fighting to have your kids have measles? Why would you want them to go through this?
Yeah.
Why would you want them to suffer? When we get a shot, when we were in 1965, I got a shot. I was born 1965. I got all these shots and I'm fine. I'm 60 years old. What the hell's going on here? I mean, why are you so afraid of vaccines?
Yeah.
I mean, your kids, you don't have them to have vaccines. You want to watch my dad when he was, 6 years old in 1950, he had polio because they didn't have all those vaccines. I mean, you want to watch him be crippled and you want this to come back?
Yeah.
And they, in 19, what was it, 45? They invented the polio back then. All these kids, they eradicated the polio shot back then. I mean, what is going on? Why are we so stupid?
6. We're up to
I don't
73
understand.
now. Oh my gosh, look at that. Big jump. That's a 6. Thank you so much, Abe. Nice. 273, guys. What a big jump there.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Really?
I know. That was awesome.
That is so good.
I know. So sweet. Yeah, people, it's very cool.
Come on.
I think.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like people used to line up around buildings for the polio vaccine. They were so afraid of it. Yeah, it was such a big thing.
I mean, they were begging for the shots to not see their kids be crippled.
It was 1955.
I mean, what is going on?
Yeah, 1955. Jonas Salk. I mean, that's the beautiful story where he said that like they should be available, and he wasn't going to make money off of it.
I mean, why are they doing this? Do they want to see kids get polio? Do they want to see kids have measles again?
Yeah.
Why would they want this? Why? Because they want a choice? Yeah. Oh, I want my kids. I don't want a choice. I don't want what? What are you talking about? We all got vaccinated. We're fine. We're 80 years old. We're 60 years old and we're living. I mean, what are you doing?
All right, guys,
what is your problem?
You can be in chat. But you can't spam. You can have divergence opinion, guys. You don't have to agree with me, but you can't just spam the same thing every single second for that you're gonna get banned for that. So, but you can have divergence opinions. I don't ban anyone for anyone that has a divergent opinion. But you can't just spam the same nonsense, okay?
I mean, it's reality. I mean, I have people in in Utah. Their kids are getting they're getting all these problems with all these vaccines they don't want to do, and now we're suffering over. And what are we going to get? Polio back?
Yeah.
We're going to get measles back?
Yeah, measles looks like measles is...
measles?
Yeah.
Why do we want our kids to get measles back? Why would you be so afraid of a shot? I've had thousands. I lined up for shots. My dad is 85 years old and he lives with me. I do anything. I get flu shot. I've got every shot there is, COVID shots. I'm fine. What are you afraid of?
Yeah.
What is going on here?
I am Dr. Greg, and if you want my real name, you should ask your mom because she yells it out every night. So, yeah.
I mean, why are they so afraid? I mean, do you want polio to come back seriously, or measles to come back? Do you want to see kids not even be able to walk again, or measles and their kids are dying of measles? Why would you want to do that to your children?
This is a good question, though. This is an anti-vaxxer that's trying to think like, so haven't the number of vaccines gone from 7 to 20 or something now? So this is a common thing, and people tie this to like, there's a pharmaceutical company, like for-profit incentive, and the number of vaccines have increased because pharma companies want to make more money. But the reality, actual reality is that molecular biology was invented. So the ability to actually create different vectors and new sequencing to sequences to combine them in order to create new vaccines. These nucleotide vaccines, these DNA and RNA vaccines are tied to that. So that's why we have all these like new vaccines, because we have the ability to stitch DNA together in specific sequences. So it's actually a really, really good thing. It's not propaganda.
Yes.
That's literally what it is. Molecular biology as a field was invented, dude. So you just don't understand that so it's okay.
Why
That's
are
what we're
they
here.
afraid of technology? Why
Yeah.
are they afraid of what we are creating?
Yeah.
The scientists and what we are doing. I mean, I'm taking Wellbutrin because I'm so depressed and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't understand why technology is so scary. Why are they afraid of everything? Why? Because of 2016, everything has changed. Why are even Trump said, "Hey, I like that
I
I got
know
the
that was
COVID
so
shot."
crazy. He
He's
said
like,
that. Yeah,
"Hey,
he
I'm
likes
glad
him.
for the COVID
I
shot.
know that was
I
so
did it."
funny. I
But
know he was not
why
supposed to
are
say
why
that.
is
They did not like
yeah?
it. They
I'm
did not
proud of
like it.
him.
Yeah, they did
And
not
he's
like it.
like, I tried to eradicate all this shit that was going on. And they're like, oh, no, no, no. I want it. You know what it is? They're all saying, it's my body, my choice. What do you mean it's my body? Do you want to get all these crap? Do
Yeah,
you want to get polio? I don't understand.
exactly.
Why are they being so stupid?
I know.
Do you want to watch your dad and see him when he was a kid with polio
A lot of
because he
it,
didn't have a vaccine? Do you realize how sad that is? Or measles?
the
To watch your kid get all these and die?
yeah,
Why
there's a
would you
lot
want
of
to do that?
so basically the data from the latest Gallup poll in the people that aren't vaccinating anymore, like it's not education, it's not socioeconomic, it's not wealth. Like the number one indicator for lack of vaccination right now is political party. So it's basically the Republican Party has chosen that this is like their thing. So it's just
Huh?
it's wild to me. But yeah, it is a huge decline in the amount that Republicans are vaccinating
Well,
themselves. But
that's why don't they watch what happened 100 years ago with the polio? And all these kids died and or were like crippled and they got the polio vaccine. Why don't they watch? My dad what had polio. I mean, if you had the vaccine, you didn't have polio. Why do you not want to take vaccines and stand in line? I mean, what is wrong with these people? I mean, with COVID sucks. My brother-in-law died of COVID.
oh,
He
I'm
was
sorry.
scared. He was scared to get the vaccine. Oh, I'm so scared.
Hmm.
I mean, what are you scared of? Why are you so scared of vaccines? It's crazy. I'm so pissed off. I
Yeah.
just can't even believe science is so wonderful and so
Hmm.
amazing. And these women and men are like, don't you take away my choice. Oh, you're going to let your kids die or
Yeah.
be unvaccinated and they are freaking going to have measles?
Hmm.
I mean, do you like that? Do you want to see them suffer? I
Yeah.
didn't suffer. I had measles shot when I was a baby and I don't suffer from it. Oh, but you're too cool because I'm pissed.
I
I
know.
mean,
Me
it's
too.
like this new technology and they think they're so cool. It sucks. I mean, they're stupid. They're dumb. They're
It's
being
true.
stupid. They're being eradicated from, oh, my choice, my body. Well, you know what? You can have your choice, but you should not. You are 20, 30 years old and you were vaccinated. Your parents vaccinated you and you're fine, but you don't want to do that to your kids now? Huh?
Yeah.
You want to play the field and let your kids have the choice and get measles? It just sucks.
I agree with
I'm
you.
pissed.
Look, I mean, guys, you guys are like malding in the chat, but this is actually someone who has actually lived a life because, their parent actually has a disease that is from one of the viruses that you guys want to bring back. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that this
You
is the
think it's
lived
funny?
experience. This is the actual lived experience of what someone has to actually live through because of this stuff. So, this is an important
You think
thing.
it's funny to see my dad suffer
Yeah.
from polio and walk and be crippled? You think it's
Yeah.
funny?
Yeah.
When he
Exactly.
could have had the polio shot?
And if
I
you're,
mean, it's bullshit, and I have to take care of him, and he walks, he's crippled.
yeah,
I mean, you think it's fun to see these kids that were from 1940 and 45, 1950, the polio, and they finally got the vaccine, and they didn't have to have their kids suffer?
yeah,
I
it's
mean, it
awful.
sucks. I mean,
It
I'm
is.
sorry, but
No, it's
why
okay.
would you not? I'd stand in line for any freaking vaccine.
Yeah,
Any vaccine. If you want to have your kids walk with polio and see them suffer, or COVID and your kids or your family dies, I mean, what are you doing?
mm-hmm.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
I
I'm with
mean,
you.
come on. Or measles and you're bringing it back? Oh, I don't want my kids to be vaccinated because they can. What do you mean? Measles is horrible. And we don't even have it. We didn't even have it. When 1965, we stand in line for measles shots.
Yeah,
We didn't get measles.
yeah,
Now your measles is coming back because you want to be like proud. Oh no, I'm not doing this. What?
yeah.
Are
I agree
you
with you.
kidding me? I'm pissed. I'm sorry. I watched my dad, and he suffered from polio. People don't understand. They just don't get it.
I
And you know, Greg, I'm sorry. I'm just
no,
pissed
no.
because even I told you my son's non-vaccine and they didn't take the COVID shots, and he's freaking detrimental. He has so much issues, like you said. He can't hear. He's got major problems with vertigo, and his wife can't even smell. I mean, it's a joke. Whatever. I'd stand in line for 15 COVID shots. They're
Yeah,
so scared.
yeah, they are.
Why are they so freaking scared of the
Yeah,
shots?
I know.
Why? I mean, even President Trump said, I took a shot.
Yeah,
What's going on?
it's a lot of
I
politics.
mean,
It's a lot of politics right
vaccine
now.
is
I know.
amazing.
Yeah, a lot of it is just
I'm pissed
politics.
because they're stupid.
Yeah,
Do you want to watch your family die? I mean, gosh, come on, you guys.
I'm with
I
you.
mean, really. I mean, it's stupid. It's really stupid. You know? And you want your kids to have measles? You know, in Park City, Utah, they're showing that their measles outbreaks because the parents, oh, I'm natural and I'm not doing this. And well, you never had a measles. You want your kids now that have measles now?
Blondie,
And I
thank you
have to
so
worry
much.
about us going in public to Smith's grocery store to get measles because you're freaking kids. You don't want to get their shots?
Yeah,
Stupid.
well, and a good note, Carrie. I think we should end it here. We got 4 vaccines more, and I think the vaccine ticker went up around like 25 while you've been up here. So there's been a lot of people around you and in here that support you and hear your pain.
Yeah.
And that's why I think
Well,
it's so
good.
important to
I'm
hear
just
people's.
pissed.
I understand, and I think that I can hear the
I'm
pain in your
done.
voice. Yeah, I can, and
It's
you know
just
what?
stupid.
I agree. No, I'm with you. And I
And
think
you
that it's good.
fight, and your life, you lost your freaking job. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is crazy that you're doing all this scientific to make all these medications for us to like live.
I'm
And they
with
don't
you.
even want, oh, well, I'll do, you know, I'll go and do grass and I'll do green tea to live.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
mean,
with you.
come on.
I'm with you, Carrie.
This
I'm
is
with you.
crazy.
I'm with you. Thank you so much for
I'm
coming
just,
in. I'm pissed with you, and I agree, and I thank you. This is your community, though. We love stories like yours, not because we cherish them, but we want to avoid them. You know, and I
well,
think
you
that
know
you're
what? I
speaking
just
truth to
want you
power, and
all
thank you
to
so much.
understand. I want you all to go and see research vaccines or research
Yeah.
polio.
Mhm.
You know, see how it is in 1940, 1945, and see what the kids went through.
Yep.
And they had to do iron lungs and see how horrible it was. and they didn't have the vaccines, and then they got the vaccines and it eradicated polio. I mean, it was amazing.
Mm,
I mean, that's what we have to understand, that people have to read and research. I mean, back then it was 100 years ago, and scientists are finding out so much, but
yeah,
I mean, it's crazy that they're so scared of vaccines now.
I know, Carrie. I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
being in here. I
Thank you.
appreciate you. And thank you
I
for what you
know.
do. And
Thank you.
thanks for looking after your dad. Okay. Thank you for what you do. All right.
Well, sure.
Have a good night.
Okay. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. Guys, you're gonna be just as pissed in the future when your family member is contracting these vaccine preventable illnesses. You're gonna be more pissed. And you're gonna look back and think about this, and you're gonna think, damn, she was right. Not only was she right, but I'm actually more pissed than that she was. She was actually really holding her stuff together. So the idea that we can't listen to these guys fear mongering, it's literally an actual story of a person that actually has someone in their life that is from the diseases that you guys want to bring back. It's not fear mongering. That is literally what it is. So yeah. Sorry, guys. When I have 2-hour conversations with anti-vaxxers. Okay, we're gonna give the platform to someone that is actually living through this stuff for 20 minutes. You guys got to chill. All right. JG777. How's it going, man? JG777. That's okay, Kathleen. You're fine. JG777. How's it going? Sleeping? Oh, I can hear him. I can hear him. Beautiful. Beautiful. No, you don't, G.I. Joe. No, you don't. That's fear mongering. What you're doing, what you're lying about, that you have vaccine injured people in your life, dozens of people. That's not that you just don't understand what you're talking about. So get in the box, or you're a coward. Zaphoid Beeblebrox.
Yes,
How's it going?
good. I wanted to tell you two quick things. My niece is a nurse, and she was working in ICU at the very early days of the pandemic before vaccines were available and so
Hey.
forth. And she told me that one of her patients with COVID insisted that COVID was a hoax. And he told her that right before they put him on a ventilator, and he later died. His last words literally were, "COVID is a hoax," as he was dying from it.
That's wild, man. There's a lot of people too that are like, just before they have the respirator put on, that asks like, is it too late to get vaccinated? It's just it's wild, man. And they do get to give. They did during the pandemic, when it was at the height of it. They did give them the vaccine just because it couldn't hurt. You know what I mean? And gave them some peace of mind that they did. Someone did what they could. So.
Another thing I wanted to tell you, I'm quite upset about this, but I took my 93-year-old mother to the doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and she had been getting vaccinated, but neither of us had had a booster in more than 6 months, and it was put out that they were going to be getting an updated vaccine in like a month. And I asked him if we should go ahead and wait another month to get the updated vaccine, or if we should get the most current one that was available right then. And he told me he recommends that nobody get the COVID vaccine. So of course I had to ask him why. The one thing he said she shouldn't, but it was Nobody should. And he starts telling me that it's not really a vaccine
Oh God.
because it doesn't work. Because vaccines keep you from getting sick, but people still get sick. And here I am, the patient, explaining to him about vaccines greatly reduce your risk of getting sick.
Yeah,
It doesn't
exactly.
guarantee it. And and I'm the computer guy explaining this to the doctor. But
That's
he said,
crazy.
well, I think we're going to see in 20 years that people are having a lot of problems from having taken this vaccine. And I said, in 20 years? He said, yes. I said, when she's 113? I said, I think we can risk it.
Uh, exactly.
And
That's wild.
unfortunately, she passed away a few months ago at
Mm,
95.
I'm sorry, man.
But yeah, I am too. But she never got COVID. Um, we did lose my brother to COVID, though, right before, well, it was January of 21, and
Hmm.
vaccine was just coming out shortly after that for healthcare workers. Um, but anyhow, I also lost a cousin to COVID and had a couple more cousins get long COVID.
Oh
They
man, it's real, man. It exists.
These are people that um, raised on a farm. To them, a 12-hour day of hard work is normal,
Yeah.
and doing a short day is 8 hours.
Hmm.
They went from that to they couldn't work a full hour before they had to quit.
Hmm.
Um, and it was incredible, and that went on for like 2 years before they finally got fully recovered. So this, COVID is. I don't have to tell you, but COVID is absolutely nothing to expose yourself to let yourself get exposed to, I should say.
Yeah.
Um, but that was about all I wanted to say. Oh,
Yeah.
one more thing I just
Hmm.
thought of. I went to a talk at the Virginia Air and Space Center in Hampton, and
Hmm.
the talk was given by Dr. Paul Offit. You've probably heard of him.
Okay.
He's the doctor that all the anti-vaxxers complain about. They call him Dr. Prophet.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Um, anyhow, I noticed when I went there, I go to these talks a lot, and they usually have like two security guards there, and it's mostly to keep people from walking into the closed part of the museum.
Hmm.
And this night I went, they had like four security guards, and then there was, I don't know, 5, 6 uniformed police officers there,
Hmm.
which I thought was strange, but it turns out it's because Dr. Offit gets death threats.
Yeah.
And he he created a vaccine that is credited with saving the lives of hundreds of children per day. I think if I saved 100 children once,
Yeah.
I'd get awards for it. They'd want to have me on talk shows to tell them how I did it. But this guy gets death threats.
Yeah.
It just, sometimes I just can't believe this is real, but it is.
Yeah, man. I don't understand. There's such a crazy ability for us to be patriotic and proud of like our scientists and the technology that we developed and all the ways that
And
the
then ignore them.
yeah, and instead it's just got the other way. I think we got like a bunch of Russian disinformation that kind of just led people to distrust the entire scientific process and the scientific institution, and they're wrong at the wrong people. They have this conspiracy of all these scientists working together in cahoots to profit, or it's like but scientists aren't rich, bro. Like we're not, the scientists aren't the billionaires, man. Like who are you guys thinking
Yeah,
like
the
make some
government
money?
can't.
Like what are you talking about?
The government
It's
can't hide the president's affair.
mm,
You know, Bill Clinton,
mm-hmm.
but they can hide the idea that we didn't really go to the moon.
Exactly. It's
They
not.
can
It's
pull off that
insane.
conspiracy. It would take thousands of people, but they can't hide,
Exactly,
an
man.
extramarital affair. It's ridiculous. But anyhow, I want to thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, man. Thanks for coming on. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you as well.
Okay, cool, man. Well, thanks for coming on. Appreciate you. Thanks you, Zaphod. Is that what you pronounce it?
Zaphod.
Zaphod. Zaphod. Come on anytime, man. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. We did go to the moon. Yes, we did. We did go to the moon. Oh man, y'all, I swear. All right. So we're gonna learn today on the itinerary about the most dangerous pandemics in the world. Isn't that crazy? We're gonna learn. Well, one. What? Are you out of your mind? Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna read about that. Anyone can join, but in these off moments today, I wanted to learn about this, 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 this. This, probably this. Oh. All right. Here. Boom. And then this. Display. Oh. So we sure are learning, guys. All right. Here we go. All right. List of the pandemics. If you guys want to actually read along, you can read along with the you can read along with the on the YouTube stream, but this is the best I can do right now. Adam and Eve, I've thought about that actually, using a microscope and actually like going through some pond water or something. I thought that would be cool, but yeah, it's just something that, yeah. The YouTube is up, guys, if you actually want to like follow along, but this is the best I can do through TikTok. So here we go. All right. So we're looking at the list of pandemics by death count. So the death toll, 17 to 100 million. Why is it such a large like toll thing? 1 to 5.4% of the global population. And this is the 1918 to the 1920 flu. And the disease was influenza A H1N1. That's crazy that just the flu did it. The regular flu. I mean, that reminds me of like the coronavirus thing, because the coronaviruses are pretty prevalent too. It's interesting that just like slight mutations in either of them caused such a big problem. I know with SARS-CoV-2, it was a 10% binding affinity increase to ACE2, which caused the COVID-19 pandemic. But I'm curious about the H1N1. All right, here we go. The Spanish flu. The 1918 to 1920 flu pandemic, also known as the Great Influenza Epidemic, or by the common misnomer Spanish flu, was exceptionally deadly influenza pandemic caused by the H1N1 subtype of the influenza A virus. The earliest documented case was March 1918 in Kansas, the United States. Wow. With further cases recorded in France, Germany, and the UK in April. Wow. So the earliest one was actually in Kansas. 2 years later, nearly a third of the global population, or estimated 500 million people, had been infected. Estimates of death range from 17 to 50 million and possibly as high as 100 million, making it the deadliest pandemic in history. The pandemic broke out near the end of World War I when wartime censors in the belligerent countries suppressed bad news to maintain morale, but newspapers freely reported the outbreak in neutral Spain, creating a false impression of Spain as the epicenter and leading to the Spanish flu misnomer. Interesting. Limited historical epidemiological data makes the pandemic's geographic origin indeterminate, with competing hypotheses on the initial spread. Huh. I wonder if it's just from all the worldwide travel from the end of World War I. Everyone going constantly. Because, I mean, this is just after. Um, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So this is like all that world travel probably. Is it like we have a pandemic right after that? I mean, that makes sense. Most influenza outbreaks disproportionately kill the young and old, but this pandemic had an unusually high mortality for young adults. Scientists offer several explanations for the high mortality, including a 6-year climate anomaly affecting migration of disease vectors with increased likelihood of spread through bodies of water. However, the claim that young adults had a high mortality during the pandemic has been contested. Malnourishment, overcrowded medical camps, hospitals, poor hygiene, exacerbated by the war, promoted bacterial superinfection, killing most of the victims after a typically prolonged deathbed. Yeah, so they got infected with it, and then they had a bacterial secondary infection, a second infection, superimposed after the earlier one. The pandemic was known by different names, etymologies, descriptive names. Yeah, I don't really care about the naming. The etymologies aren't that important to me. The timeline. The pandemic is conventionally marked. Okay. Oh yeah. 1 second. While we do this, 1 second. Real quick, guys, before we do this anymore. Sorry, just want to do this. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Oh, what? I wanted to do this. 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 Here we go. Boom. Hello. Thank you to the top gifters. Abe Froman, thank you so much for our last super fan. Appreciate you so much. Kathleen, top gifter. Thank you. Jared, Ado, Ducre, Neek, Noamus, Squash, Helen. Thank you so much to all the likers. 12,000 likes from Jared. Thank you so much. Helen, Kathleen, Ado, Stria, Free Gaza, Ducre, Cindy Rose, Ariel. Thank you so much. Super chats and in the link tree also has my YouTube, guys. YouTube has an archive of all my my past shows if you wanted to catch up, and it has highlights of the best conversations that I've had. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. All right, back to the show, back to learning. All right, here we go, back to it, guys. Boom. The pandemic is conventionally marked as having begun on March 4th, 1818, with the first recording of the case of Albert Gitchell, an army cook at Camp Funston in Kansas, despite there have been cases before him. The disease had already been observed 200 miles away in Haskell County as early as January 1918, prompting local doctor Loring Minor to warn the editors of the Public Services Journal Public Health Reports. How do you know that early in like that it's going to be a problem? That like blows my mind. Within 4 days of the camp, 522 men at the camp had been reported sick. Jeez, that is wild. Within days. By March 11th, 1818, the virus had reached Queens, New York. Whoa. Failure to take preventative measures in March, April was later criticized. Dang, they had an outbreak of 522. I wonder how many of that. Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Sorry. Sorry. From the ads, I forgot to take it off. As the U.S. had entered World War I, the disease quickly spread from Camp Funston to other U.S. Army camps in Europe, becoming an epidemic in the Midwest, East Coast, and French ports by April 1918. Wow. And reaching the Western Front by mid-April. It then quickly spread to the rest of France, Great Britain, Italy, Spain, and in May, reached Wrocław and Odessa. After the signing of the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk in March 1918, Germany started releasing Russian prisoners of war who brought the disease to their country. It reached North Africa, India, Japan in May, and soon after had likely gone around the world, as then there was cases in Asia in April. Jeez. The first wave lasted from the first quarter of 1918 was relatively mild. Mortality cases were not appreciably above normal. In the United States, 75,000 flu-related deaths were reported in the first 6 months. Wow, that's a lot. I mean, we normally get, like last year, we got 42,000, and then we got 12,000 this year. What's up, guys? Welcome in. We're learning about the most dangerous and deadly pandemics in the world. So we're learning about the Spanish. Well, we're talking about the 1918 flu pandemic. So we're learning about the pandemics of the world and how dangerous these things can get, guys. These viruses. This is why we need to have vaccines. This is why we vaccinate, because we have pandemics like this and we don't vaccinate. So we're learning about the history of what has happened before, so we can take in and not repeat the same ills of the past. There were no reported quarantines. The first wave caused a significant disruption in the military operations of World War I, and 3/4 of French troops, half of British forces, and over 900 German soldiers were sick. Dang. They did. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Jared. They failed to take preventative measures. Exactly. Wow, Pinky. Oh, that's awful. No, that's not true at all, Boost. Yeah, you have no idea what you're talking about. 1918? I don't know. Woodrow Wilson. He was the president from 1913 to 1921. The deadly second wave of late 1918. The second wave began in the second half of August 1918, probably spreading to Boston, Massachusetts, and Freetown, Sierra Leone, and by ships from Brest, where it had likely arrived with American troops or French recruits for naval training. From the Boston Travel Yard and Camp David's. Other U.S. military sites were soon affected, as were troops being transported to Europe. Helped by troop movements, it spread over the next 2 months to all of North America, Central and South America, Brazil, Ottoman Empire, 1918. Wow. On it, New York City, on September 15th, New York City saw its first fatality from the influenza. So it was going on for a little bit, man. The Philadelphia Liberty Loans Parade, while in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on 28th of September in 1918 to promote government bonds for World War I, resulted in an outbreak causing 12,000 deaths. Wow. Why? That is not a good idea. Mars, god of war, plays a tragic game of football with the skeleton personification of the Spanish flu. Oh, man. Hi, Cousin Blue. How's it going?
Hi, good. I wasn't. I don't know. I've never done this before. This
All good.
call TikTok. So I love your page. I think it's really interesting. I just found out about these. I shouldn't say these. I just found out that people were anti-vaxxers, and it was like a whole thing. And I had a really bad reaction, as I sometimes do. And so I think it's helpful to watch you kind of interact, and you stay really calm, and for the most part you are, I think that you're tired of hearing the same questions over and over, I noticed, but a lot more so than I tend to be. At least when I first found out, I was like mad. I was actually like so mad, because I really feel like I was living in a different parallel universe to these people. Like, I really do. Did they not experience the COVID that I did?
Yeah, I know. You would have thought that people would have been really akin to like learning and preventing that from happening in the future.
Oh my gosh, we had a pandemic, and like our
Yeah.
response was like, let's have more pandemics. After
Yeah.
we eradicated all these diseases. I'm like, it made me furious. I'm furious. And I'm like, people are like, I don't know, should I vaccinate my kids? Are you do you love them? Like,
Yeah.
do you like the kid? Do you like them?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I personally wouldn't want my kids to be unprotected
Exactly.
from, and then, but like, I think I had a super traumatic COVID time. And my friend's dad died from it, and it's like,
Oh, wow.
you're gonna tell me that it's not real when I know people that died. It like, that makes me furious. It makes me so furious. Like, I don't want to get into like all of the trauma, but I just feel like, how did you not have this experience? So I remember like when the vaccine first came out, I was so excited, and I we were like rollerblading or riding my bike or just to the bank or something. I was just slowly starting to do things because I had been quarantined for so long.
Yeah.
And I was talking to this lady at the bank, and she was saying, and she was older, so she was more scared of it, and I was like, not that I'm not older, but she was, she was probably like, I don't know, 70 or, something like double my age at the time or whatever. So, anyways, I was talking, I was like, I go out sometimes now. Like, I'll start to do things. I'll at least do my own grocery shopping, and I talk really fast and try to slow down.
You're good. You're fine.
Yeah, I have a few things I want to touch on. Okay, so I saw this. So I was talking.
Oh, you're far away. You sound really far away. There we go.
Sorry, can you hear me? Okay,
Better.
so I was talking to this lady, and then there was a doctor standing right behind us, and I think he had the impression, I could tell by the look on his face, that he could tell that.
Oh, you tapped out. I can't hear you, but there you go.
Okay, sorry.
You're back.
My headphones for some reason connected. So I could tell that he was getting upset because he looked tired and he looked like, and I was like, he thinks I'm not vaccinated. Because when I was saying that, she was listening into my conversation, to be fair, And I was like, I go out. I've been starting to go out more, like I'll socialize a little bit. So he turned around and he was going to say something when we walked out. And he was like, I don't know. I could tell he started, and I was like, do you think I'm not vaccinated? And he was like, are you vaccinated? I'm like, of course, I'm not stupid. Like, what, I'm out here like, what do you mean? And so like, I thought that was so, I don't know. When I first heard, and now I know it's like a whole thing, shocking shocking. And
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, but RFK, are we serious? Like
Yeah.
if people just looked into the science, the horrible scientists, one of them wasn't even a scientist. It was in a basement. Okay, they got disbarred. No, I'm not kidding. It was in their home in a basement. Which in my head, I don't know if this just happened in my head or like it was so horrific that I'm not sure if my head is creating some things, but it was not good. Like look into it. It's not good science. That is why it's been debunked. And when something is debunked, why are we, what's the point? You know what I mean? Unless, here's the thing. And the whole we're gonna slide into neurodivergence, okay, which is what autism is. That just means, for the people that are listening, that just means that we're usually, like, when you see a brain light up, where it goes in a different direction, like it just different things will, you just process things different. So
Yeah.
I don't really know exactly how it works. My sister works in neurology, and I don't know, like everyone thinks it's so bad. Most people with autistic kids love their kids the way that they are. And I know that everyone will love their kids, and of course you want to like help it some, and you don't want to purposely get them autism. Although I have whatever. I don't want to be fixed. I actually think I'm great.
Yeah.
I
A lot of
think
people come in and say the exact same thing. Like, I'm autistic, and I can't believe that I'm being thrown under the bus by these anti-vaxxers trying to protect
well,
me. It's very weird.
I'm ADHD, like severely. I'm not sure that I'm autistic, but
Well, I'm
it
sorry.
wouldn't
I wasn't trying to
surprise
imply
me.
that, but the
No,
idea.
I don't. It doesn't offend
Yeah.
me. Is it because actually, I'm pretty sure my son is, but when I took him, I was young when I had him. So I took him to the doctor that was actually my doctor. And he was like, he's fine. He's great. He's perfect. And I was like, everyone keeps saying it's weird that he doesn't talk, because people all know everything, you know what I mean? And he didn't talk until he was like almost 4, I think.
Oh, wow.
But he was so smart, and he just started talking in full sentences, and he said the funniest things. Like he would be like, "Are you being sarcastic? I'm dead serious." Like, and I don't know. He would just like, you could give him something like a model car or something. He would build it, and he would be like, and I was like, "Do you want the directions?" And he's like, "I have my common sense." I mean, now he has a master's. No, seriously, now he has a master's in engineering, and
Oh,
it's
wow.
like, and I have a daughter too, and she's not neurodivergent, but she's really. I feel like she has a really high EQ. She's a cheerleader, but they're just so different. And she's like, "Well, I'm not smart like Austin, and I'm like, "Stop, you're smarter in a different way." And I think that if we would stop trying to fix the differences, I was in this political as I'm like over on Facebook being like, "F you." Anyways, but like as far as neurodivergence, I wish people would. First of all, it's not from vaccines. You're probably born that way. Like when you see, I love it when people are like, "We didn't used to have a lot." You didn't meet my grandfather. Okay. Also an engineer. Brilliant. So funny. If you ask him a time, he'll tell you what the clock said. He'll tell you how the clock works. You know what I mean? Like I have all these engineers, and they all had these like a little bit interesting personalities, It just, we didn't call it that, but that's what it was.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And like
there's a lot of people that are like late and adult autism diagnoses now too. Like they're doing the same thing where their kids are being diagnosed and they go, "Oh, that actually describes me too."
Yeah, it's interesting. And also social media, and people like, is it overdiagnosis? I don't think so. I think it's just that they had no reference because they didn't know what to call people. We used to know that they were, people are just individuals. It's not like we didn't want to label everything. And everyone thinks that it's good to have an early diagnosis. And for me personally, just my experience, because they didn't have the information, it was just like take medicine. Sorry, am I taking too much time?
No, you're fine.
So because they didn't have all the information, I don't feel like it really was helpful. It was just like something's wrong with you kind of thing, and so you get on meds, and then like, I don't know. I have like mixed feelings about it, but it doesn't matter, especially now that everybody knows about it. And I'm just like, and I feel like I don't know. I always stay busy. I always have like 10 hobbies going, and then I'll switch them. I could, I was just thinking, I'm sitting as I'm listening. now I'm winding down, but I've just fixed my air conditioner at my other house, and I noticed like I'm just gonna rewire the house. I feel like I need to put in a new. I swear, this is how I am. I could do level 5 drywall, like construction grade. I can pretty much do anything, because if I get interested in it, I become like, a jack of all trades type of thing. But I'm also a perfectionist. So I
Cool.
don't know that I don't. You can think there's something wrong with me, and that's fine. But
I
I
don't.
kind of like how I am. No, I know, but
Yeah.
like people, it seems to be like this thing that's like, oh my gosh, is my kid getting autism? I'm like, if you're lucky, my son's 27. He owns a house.
Wow.
Because his work paid for his master's. It's like,
Wow.
it's not always bad, and I know that's not all the time.
Yeah.
I know that. And he's attractive. I'm serious. This is a good looking kid. No, there's my kid.
Great
Everyone
crowd
thinks that
mom.
about their kids, but he's really like a great kid. And so there's also an authenticity factor. And here we're going to segue into my other point. There's an authenticity factor with autism that you can trust. Like I had to teach my son that you have to soften your lies or not say them. Or you have to or your truths. You have to soften your truths or just not always say them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
But
I
you
like
don't have
that.
to always tell people what you're thinking.
Yeah.
But and so with that, this is why with this administration and people trusting people like RFK and Donald Trump, and I'm just like, one thing about me, and I think other people that are divergent, is if you don't do something that you're telling me to do, I do not trust you. You lost my trust. If like, for instance, RFK is vaccinated, his kids are vaccinated.
Exactly. And he's not banning vaccines. He's not banning them.
And I just want to say that I'm a reader. I'm into the arts. I do not have any science degrees. I don't have any affiliation with any vaccination companies. I don't even think I have any investments. I would have to check with Doug, but it doesn't matter. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to say, because people are always accusing you of that, when it's really just 17th century science that we've eradicated these diseases. We don't need to go over this again. I don't know how you stay so patient. But anyways, now I have to calm down.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so I do have a point here. We're getting to this point. I live in Palm Beach County.
Okay.
That is where Mar-a-Lago is.
Oh, wow.
But I don't live on Palm Beach Island. I live in Boca, which is an island off of Boca, but it's still Palm Beach County. And so my daughter goes to private school, and her really good friends went to school. Was it last year or the year before? Probably the year before. My years go so fast. But anyways, they went to school with Barron, and
Oh, wow.
also I don't want to like go saying all these names where these people go to school. Although I think he went to boarding school this year. But owner of a vaccine company, not Pfizer. Like they're in school with one of the kids, right? So I know these kids are vaccinated. I know them. I live in this is like the people that I talk to when I walk my dog. You know what I mean? It's like my kids go to their house and stuff like, and that's why I tell you for sure, I know for sure that private schools are not going to take away mandates. And that is why you see these politicians and they don't care, because they don't have their kids in public schools and because we live on islands. And I tell people all the time, my neighbors, I'm like, this is so messed up. And they're like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, I mean, are we just gonna let this happen? And they're like, well, isn't your daughter like, she only has 2 years left, right? And I was like, like basically, I'm like, then she goes to college though. And like other people won't. They just think really, I think that with capitalism, we think of ourselves as islands.
Yeah.
And we don't think that we're a community. And we are.
That's a good point.
We are a community, and we have to remember that all of the time. Like, science is not my strength. So that is why I have other people to handle the things that I'm not good at. And like,
Agreed.
I'm good at a lot of things that other people aren't good at. And I think that we just really need to remember that. So if you have people, politicians, RFK, John F. Kennedy, and I'm telling you, Jack, whatever. Like, if a person who owns a vaccine company, if they didn't vaccinate their kids, I would think that was a problem. I promise you, I know, like, my kid hangs out with these people. These children are vaccinated. If they vaccinate their children, you should be too. That's all. That's my end.
Okay, cool.
And like, I really feel like, I don't know. I just wanted to say that and
Yeah.
get that off my chest because I really
you.
want people to understand that it's not bad. I don't benefit from this. I don't profit from this. I really care about other people. And I think that's a really hard thing for people to accept too. Like that you care about other people.
Yeah.
Even if you're not ever going to meet them. And even if they don't really like you for whatever the reason. Like people are like, don't care about Iran. They hate you. I mean, I would hate me too. That's a whole nother conversation. But it's not, I feel like
I don't hate you. I don't hate
we
you.
should do less harm.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
And I we're not sitting here saying vaccinate your kids because we don't care about them. Like we want to have a good, healthy society.
Exactly.
So that's all.
Yeah. I agree with you.
I think I got everything I need to say out.
Nice.
When I sit here and listen, and I'm like, I want to make these points and tell these people.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on, Cousin Blue. I appreciate you. I appreciate you making those parts. So
Nice
I
to
think
meet you.
I agree with your points, and I love that your insight onto the family being vaccinated, and I think that was a good place to end it with the do less harm. I think that's exactly right. So
All right.
perfect. All right. Thank you so much.
Talk to you
Appreciate
later.
you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Boost Brave Bees. He's not being able to join. Looking at that house, it's the same house thing that we went into. I am user 139. He literally is loading right now, bro. Oh, he didn't load. Dude, this thing is such a joke, man. This 500 page thing. He linked this, and it's just I've gone over it in the past, but it's basically just like 500 pages of like a Fauci email, and then there's just like there's no like actual scientific like this is the House Oversight Committee says, like this is their hardest evidence. It's just like what? Like this is like they have email, like this is they can't dispute the actual data, the science, and instead they just they have just email chains. Dun dun dun. When can you update Lancet, Nature, NEJM? They're looking for which where they want to publish it. We'll all review immediately after quick QC, and we'll share with WHO. Can I help with any of the editors? Who will be the authors from your side? They're just having like a conversation on like who's gonna like be editing the thing, and then they literally think that this is what they need to. It's wild, man. All right, well, guys, I got to go to bed early. Thank you for Theater Geek. I just got to go to bed early. I got a big day tomorrow, so I need to hit the hay early. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone coming on. Thank you Thanks your cousin Blue. Thank you for coming on. It was really fun talking to you. I appreciate you. Yeah, gonna go to Disneyland with the fam tomorrow. I'm honestly really worried about getting COVID myself. I am really, yeah. So I'm a little worried about that, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see, guys. That's it. I know. I don't know if the thing is I should probably mask my kids. There's no way that I'm gonna my kids will be masking up. So yeah, hand sanitizer, lots of it. That's a good point. Okay, I'll do it for Boost. Fine. Okay, what's up, dude? How's it going? I can't hear you. You sound very far away. I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah, oh my God, I have to do this again.
You
Yeah, I get hacked because the information I share is pretty intense.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You're like super low volume. Can you get closer to the mic?
I can yell a little bit louder. Is that better?
Yeah, but what? Why are you so far? Why are you so far from the mic?
It's my phone is being hacked because they do not want me to share this information.
Okay, well, that sucks for you then. All right, that's how it is, I guess. Then I don't want to get hacked either. I mean, if they're coming after you, bro, I don't want to get hacked too. You know, you're so on the inside, and you got so much good info. I don't want to get hacked myself. You know, because they could infect my computer virus too. They could COVID my computer. You know, I don't want to get a computer COVID. So you know what I mean. So thanks, guys. It's been another one. Sure has been another one. We had a really good conversation. Had some really cool. Renee, we had a really good conversation at the beginning there. It's worth. Yeah, dude. I just went through the whole. I've actually gone through the whole 500 pages before, and it's nonsense, dude. Yeah, email guys. Email chains aren't scientific evidence. I know this is kind of wild. I know this is like really hard for you to understand, but for some people this is really easy. Like this is an email, and like this isn't science. So my email and my Discord DMs that say that I am like the best scientist in the world and the strongest person that's ever existed in the world, that needs to be tested, and you test that. Even if my email says that I am the strongest person in the world, you have like ways of testing if I'm the strongest person in the world, and you don't just like say things. So I know, Renee. It's like literal email chains, and that's how they. This is the Republicans, guys. This is the House. They could subpoena and have anyone in the world question and to know their information and to know what's actually going, but instead they do email chains. It's disgusting. Really sad. All right, guys, it's been fun. I think that's it. I think we did it again. I think we've done it. Have we done it? I think we've done it. Sarah, I think it's available in October. In some places it's available right now. Check with your pharmacist. Check them and ask them. That's the best place to do it, I think. All right, guys. Wow, I think we got like 30 vaccines today. What an incredible thing. We met a new friend. That was really cool. Jordan, she was really nice. So we're going to ask them. Yeah, I am discrediting their 500-page report. Yeah, of course I am. Because I'm a scientist, bro. And they're not scientists. They're a bunch of lawyers, and they don't know what they're doing. All right. That's how we do this. Boom. Oh, stay mad. All right, guys. Boom. Can I just there? Boom. Did it. Boom. We did it. See ya. Peace. No, I talk about that. I'm going. I mean, you can find me. You can find me at Disneyland tomorrow. I guess that'd be fun. Hey, say, come up to me. Be like, hey, what's up? Yeah, they went over 1 million, and I've gone over 1 billion. Boom. That's how we do it. Boom. See ya. Peace.